Hello, hello, and welcome back to RPG Limit Break 2026, live from Denver, Colorado. My name is Stolteheim, and I will be your host for this upcoming run. This is a bit of a full circle moment for us here in the Falcom community. 4 years ago, we debuted Trails in the Sky at RPG Limit Break, and now the game has an exciting new remake with an exciting new run on the very hardest difficulty imaginable. I'm really excited to see this shown off. Please welcome Klopfer, joined by James Picard 007, Dowolf, and GhostKumo for Trails in the Sky, first chapter.
All right, hi. Thanks, everyone. Woo! Klopfer here, and I'll be showing off Trails in the Sky, first chapter. Let's try getting the game quickly, and then we can go through some intros. But before we do that, do you want to check what is our current winning voice language?
By a score of $51 to 50, you'll be playing with English voices.
Okay, we'll leave this on English.
Bear in mind that this is a running bid war, which means that Klopfer will be able to change the voice language throughout the run, depending on what's in the lead.
All right, amazing. With that said, let's go ahead and jump on in here. So we are playing a new game, so no clear data. And as kind of mentioned, we'll be playing on Nightmare, just the hardest difficulty here. The game, is pretty accurate here. Even the slightest mistake can be fatal. We can die in literally every fight in this run. So I'm going to be doing my best to make that happen as few times as possible. But if you see death, don't worry. A few of those are going to occur. Well, let's go ahead and jump on in here. Time will start when I answer yes to this. I'll give a countdown. Now let's jump on in. So 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go! All right.
Cutscene skip.
Cutscene skip, thank goodness. The only reason we do this. So, I'm Klopfer. I like running Trails games, in particular running them on Nightmare difficulty. So that's what I'm doing right here for you. And Couch, would you like to go ahead and introduce all yourselves?
Hi, I'm GhostKumo. I hosted the last 3 times the Sky games were in. I traded positions with Stoltheim.
Beautiful day today. Perfect.
You should have seen the battle. It was magnificent.
What an opportunity.
Yeah, now I'm the one behind the camera.
Oh, All right, I'm James Picard 007. You may have seen me in a few of these runs. Now I'm sitting on another one.
And hi, I'm Dowolf. I haven't missed a couch for a Sky game yet, so here I am.
But yeah, here we have our beloved 2 dinguses, Estelle and Joshua Bright, our main characters for this game. A lot of people say like Estelle is the protagonist of Sky, and that is very accurate. But in FC, in first chapter in a way, it's kind of like a 1A 1B Estelle Joshua thing in a lot of parts of the game. So their whole story, we've skipped a whole bunch of opening cutscenes. Joshua was adopted one night. Just kind of showed up at the doorstep of one.
Estelle got a birthday present, and it was a boy.
Why was her birthday present a boy?
Why is it a boy?
Why is my present a boy?
Yeah, so, and Cassius Bright, Estelle's father, is like the former general of this country that we're in Liberal. And so, yeah, they kind of become one adopted little trio here. Fast forward 5 years after that weird, fateful night. They are 16, old enough to become what is known as a bracer. It's kind of like the Bracer Guild in the Trails universe is like an NGO. They operate, kind of just solve mysteries, gophers. They act anything from just helping out the people to kind of dealing with international incidents. Their role is a little ambiguous, but they do have like one rule, like they're not allowed to meddle with like major political affairs unless there's like very big precedent to it.
Except for, all the times where we do that.
Yes, when there's very good precedent. So here we are in the combat system. So this combat system is very heavily based on, very similar to the system that they brought about in Trails Through Daybreak, which is the 12th game in the series?
No, it was 11.
Yeah, so this kind of has 2 important things. One, the system is fully 3D. Characters can actually move as a free action to position themselves, align their different types of magic, because in this game you have an ornament grid, you can put magic on it, and certain skills and crafts, we'll get into those, and magic depends on where you aim. Like you just saw you did an AoE skill there to hit 3 enemies. It also introduces a follow-up option where whenever you get like crits or hit weaknesses, stuff like that, you get
We'll show 'em how we
you
do
get
it.
an additional
Attack.
point there to do a chain attack, follow-up attack.
Chain. Here's our tutorial on the chain attack.
And this did
Don't
kind
kill
of
us.
exist back in Cold Steel, too.
So we're going to be playing most of this run on high speed mode, full turbo, because you can just fast forward like everything, as opposed to our previous history of mixed turbo, which no field turbo. Field turbo in this is not nearly as busted as it was in Trails in the Sky, where it was originally not programmed into the game. So you can't like clip out of things as much with just turbo.
Anyways, that tutorial dungeon went really well because
did.
we didn't die.
When I said we can die in every fight, I mean that tutorial dungeon, probably a coin flip. It doesn't cost a lot of time to die there, but it's a coin flip.
Yeah, I noticed on that boss fight, Klopfer got a nice crit at the very end there with Joshua. That is something he's going to have to pay attention to. There are turn order bonuses where random effects can affect your current turn.
A difference between this game and the turn order bonuses of the original Sky is it's not set to the position on the order. It's actually like, it ties to the character. So if a character has a crit upcoming, they will keep that. The only way they can lose that is if it's like directly stolen from a skill that specifically steals those.
Which we will sometimes do, because some of those are very scary. Zero arts or criticals on enemies can, well, kill us. So we need to watch out for those.
Yeah, so we're in the classic first stage of a JRPG series where you go find a lost cat. Trails in the Sky first chapter is kind of known for being like kind of a slow burn in terms of how long it takes to actually build up to like the stakes and the plot. So it really ends up just being the journey of Estelle and Joshua in particular, and just kind of their journey to become bracers, which is like this. Like I said, I think like their dad was like. The dad was like an extremely strong individual, so they're trying to kind of like live up to him in a way. But it was just kind of like a goal of Estelle once they, become old enough to kind of set off on this path. So this here is
Jade Tower.
Jade Tower. It's going to show up as the Melis Tower. There's a bit of quirks to some of the interface in this game like that.
And I'll
Make a
say
save
now,
here, because we have to do a battle where we protect people, and so if they die, we lose, and they can die very easy. So we need to reset if that happens.
For a second.
Both of you.
Also, this is our tutorial here on S-crafting. You want to kind of cover what an S-craft is?
Yeah, so you get 100 craft points. You can perform an interrupt skill, as well as you can do it from the menu. But basically what it does is it allows you to jump the turn order for a really high potency, usually in attack. Some characters have different options, but a really high potency skill does a lot of damage. But it also has very high delay, so it is kind of a thing you have to be careful to use with using. A key thing to note with this particular game, actually, is that in previous Trails games, it was kind of like when you had 100 craft points, you would do an S break, and it would do like full effect, and then 200 craft points would be 1.5 times. But anything between 100 and 200 would just be 1 times. It actually goes up by 10% in increments of 20 craft points, so 140 craft points would be times 1.2, for example.
Here, Estelle.
I have a critical. I'm going to go straight into the pummel here. This is not a great setup. They split in a really bad way, but as long as they attack Joshua, okay, not bad, not bad. Hit both, sever, chain. Okay, we got that. That was iffy, but fortunately they were nice and didn't finish off any of the characters we needed to protect there.
yeah, those fights can be very annoying because you have those guest characters that cannot be KO'd under any circumstances or you instantly lose the fight.
I mean, we don't want to hurt the children.
All right, we need to cut down some grass. This is our lawn, right? So we want to keep in good shape here. So cut all that down.
Let's go.
Okay, so it's restoring craft points. That's the real reason I'm doing it, as well as the game has these mini achievements we can finish. And for finishing them, when I open up the menu later, I'll be able to turn in some rewards, and they'll give us useful things. So I did that for double purpose. We'll get a life drop for some extra max HP, because we need every little bit of help we can get. And all my craft points are full now, so I don't need to stop at the end.
Have I got time for a couple quick donations?
You sure do.
I have $26 from Zach, who says less than 3, and I have $25 from Unwritten Tales. I am so excited to see Trails in the Sky FC ran at RPG Limit Break. Good luck on the run, and remember everyone, drink water and be well. Stay hydrated.
My hands are full.
As a note, we do sometimes refer to this game as 1C to separate from the original, which is FC, although that game was just on Steam as The Legend of Heroes Trails in the Sky. Kind of worth noting, they actually dropped the Legend of Heroes from the name with this kind of release, kind of established that this is in fact like a remake, but is also like separate from the earlier Legend of Heroes games.
Yeah, Trails originally started out just as a dedicated subset of the Legend of Heroes series, of which Sky was considered the 6th entry. But Trails has kind of superseded Legend of Heroes to become its own entire thing.
That's right. I gotta show Tio and the kids.
And it's kind of funny how Legend of Heroes superseded Dragon Slayer.
Yeah, the first Legend of Heroes was originally Dragon Slayer 6.
It circles around the kingdom westward.
So we did do a quick side quest there, is that reward us with drill meatballs, which we'll be using later. Those give us 2 stacks of strength up, and basically stacking your attack stats are just the trail staple. It's the way to get through tough battles, and we'll be doing it all throughout this game through both items and abilities and spells. So that's our start to that.
Key thing to note with this game being, separating it from the original, when you encounter an enemy on the field, it you can do what's called a quick battle. You can attack enemies in like an action RPG style on the field. You can also press a button to quickly turn it into a turn-based battle. I believe in this game it's quick battles and command battles. Oh, shiny palms.
Yeah, we're going to do a bit of a grind here. So these are kind of our metal slime type enemies that I'm trying to group up a bit tighter for me here. I do not like where they're standing.
Yeah, if you initiate the fight on your own terms, you can just quickly leave and kind of try and get it again. Turn-based battles get you more EXP, so that's kind of your reward for doing those. Getting off a very potent S-craft there.
Okay, the grouped up a little annoying.
Yeah,
we should hit all of them.
Yeah, Shiny Palm is basically just the metal slimes in this game. They're going to give us lots of nice XP and money.
Sepith.
Yeah, so this game, you have Sepith. They're little tiny elemental things that are used to craft what are called quartz. They can also be sold for a lot of money. Again, difference of more modern Trails games compared to this, there's also such a thing called a Sepith mass. It is exclusively for selling.
And yeah, so what we're doing here is trying to get up to both 170 Sepith to do our first Earth Sepith to do our first shopping, and then later we're going to come back up here to get up to level 7. I don't like that one either. That's better. Joshua has a close turn. We seem okay grouped.
Good. Using the chain, the bonus 30% damage with the additional craft points.
So I'm actually going to jump out of battle here and then get back into battle. I can basically chain all the experience they're going to give me together with the experience multipliers from the second battle there, since I never really left the zone of that battle. It all counts as one battle in there. So I got an experience multiplier on top of that, which is going to help us get towards that level 6 I need to hit.
Nice job, Joshua.
Yeah, you see there's a thing on there called overkill bonus, where if you do like a significant amount, percentage-wise, more than the enemy's current health to kill them, you get an additional EXP.
I really only want to have one of these have a turn before Joshua, so just really limit the chance of them running away before I am able to take them out. So we just leave and keep going in and out of the battle until we get a good setup.
Gotcha.
I love that they kept a lot of the classic sound effects with the modern presentation. That's just...
There's so many little things they kept. Like the loading screen is the sprites from the original games. I think that's so adorable.
Okay, great. We hit the numbers we need to, so let's go shopping. We're about to show off the exchange trick here. So I'm going to queue up selling all of my Sepith, not just the mass, which is what we normally sell for money, as being said. But I'm not actually going to sell it. Now I'm going to start spending it on useful things, so getting open up new slots and quartz I actually need.
I'll take this.
And then we go back in and sell it anyway.
Come again.
We got to basically double dip on all that. So we got both the things we need and the money we need for this shopping trip.
Every little bit helps.
And later on in the game, it's not going to be just a little bit. We're going to get a lot of money by doing
Time
this.
to depart.
It's funny how both versions of Sky have some sort of money exploit.
I miss you, apple ice cream.
I don't. That was murder on my hands.
How many apple? Do you still remember how many apple ice creams you had to make?
God, no.
Too many.
Something like, I don't know, at least a dozen rounds of 99 apple ice creams each. In the original Trails in the Sky run, you would exploit the fact that you could make apple ice cream for a certain amount and sell it for more than the cost of the ingredients to buy it.
I mean, that's just good capitalism right there.
It is.
Yeah, absolutely. She learned from Racketeer.
Capitalism ho.
So that was how you would gain infinite money in the original Sky, and it's interesting to see what the strategy is here.
The exchange bug, we're going to use that a lot.
I mean, it is simpler.
Yeah, I mean, here we're
It's just so
pulling a
fun.
fast one on the shopkeeper.
There's a lot of little bits of dialogue you see kind of pop up here. Just kind of random little exchanges between these two. You kind of see the dynamic between these two. Estelle is very hot-headed, very upbeat, very jovial. Joshua's kind of more calculating, more serious. But also, Estelle has some of this too, but also Joshua is very snarky in this game.
It's great.
That was a good break.
Yeah. People look at him like, oh, the edgy, brooding, serious one. Like, no, Joshua has a ton of personality.
Joshua is great with his deadpan comedy.
Yeah. Kind of an interesting thing to note, at least with the English. They changed the voiceover in the Japanese version, but have actually kept basically like a large portion of the same voice actors, including Estelle and Joshua are still Stephanie Shea and Johnny Young Bosch, respectively.
Yeah.
From like, 15 years ago when they first started dubbing these games.
Yeah, they first released the original Trails in the Sky in English on the PlayStation Portable back in 2011 or so, and it had a very minimal dub. It was just battle efforts only, but they kept a lot of the original voice actors from that battle dub.
All right, so you maybe just saw I did turn on the rewards there to get a few life droplets. We just need every little bit of HP we can have before we go into the upcoming fight against Crop Muncher. This was kind of the first wall while routing through Nightmare difficulty. It is not a particularly easy fight, so we'll hope it plays out nice.
Oh, nice to know that fight is a pain in the ass in this version too.
Never change. Crop Muncher, never change.
Shoutouts to Tio, the farm keeper here, not to be confused
Not that
with
Tio.
the other Tio.
And not to be confused with my uncle.
Okay, we'll drop Turbo here so I can sneak up on this guy.
Yeah, so sneaking up on him gets a couple additional bracer points. BP in this game are basically your rank. The higher rank you get, the better rewards you get by the end of the game. So you're encouraged to do certain actions that increase it.
Yeah, so this is our Overdrive tutorial, so I'm forced to Overdrive there immediately, even though it was useless. Overdrive does a few things, but mainly I use it to clear status ailments to grip status ailment immunity. So right now I'm blinded, now I'm not.
Yeah, Overdrive is kind of important.
It's very, very useful. Could get with this critical. Ooh, this is interesting. I need to see if I'm going to break him really quickly here with all these criticals I'm getting. So I'm going to have to keep an eye on that. If he breaks early, we might actually get through this fight a bit faster.
Kind of another thing you'll see
I
from
need to heal.
the Horizon. I keep on that's the one I played the most. From like the Daybreak era of Trails is certain skills have different perks depending on if you hit them on the side or the front or the back. So,
Okay, so we didn't come fast, so he summoned up all of his backup guys, which is a bit of a problem for us. I also unfortunately did drop double strength here on Joshua, so I'm gonna have to take a turn off to do that. Yeah, that'll be the safest thing to do. Let's get his strength up again. Then we'll hide out here in this corner and hopefully let them group up towards us. I'm gonna have Estelle sit at full as well too. Yeah, this fight's not great. We don't like this turnover played out really poorly with the summon, so I'm gonna drop Turbo here and see how much damage I'm taking. Not dead yet. Good. He ate. Okay, good. He did not attack us, and we have them all nicely grouped up here. Nicely trapped. Okay, good. I can get out of that corner. And all of our strength is good. Okay, we should still be okay on this. You will not die to a counter. Now, the boss is broken, so we're going to go ahead and attack him with our S-Crafts while he's broken to do some extra damage. Great, he's down. We got through that. We'll take that.
That was very well handled.
Ooh, yeah, that got scary for a second there.
So when they were bunching up in the corner there, in the original Sky, being grid-based, there was a limit of like only 4 enemies could be adjacent to you at any given time. Are you in danger of just getting swamped?
Yes, they can very much. It does help get in the corner. There is some ability to kind of body block enemies, but those guys are pretty small. They really can't just all pile up on top of us. And if they do that and all choose to attack the same target, which fortunately they didn't do here, yeah, we get swamped and we get run over very fast. Although if they all choose to attack Estelle, Joshua might choose to jump in front of her and take the hit, which he also then takes half damage if he does so.
Oh, that's cool.
We like when he does that. It's very useful. We'll actually lean heavily into that in a much later fight in the run. I'm doing this because I do need to get a handful of monster ingredients, one of those being a monster seed. So, hey, cool. I need 2 of them. So we have 1 down here. I'm also, you might have noticed, I'm rolling a lot. rolling is faster.
Rolling.
Thanks, Champion B, for finding that out. You get to roll everywhere now.
Rolling through rolling.
But
Rolling around
Roll,
at the
roll,
speed
roll,
of sound.
What?
But fortunately, because we have to roll everywhere, we can roll through all of these bushes and other things, and that has a chance of also getting monster drops, so I'm looking for the monster seeds and monster tenders, which I also need for our cooking by rolling through these.
The fun fact, if you are missing anything that involves a monster item for a recipe, and you are stuck in the final dungeon and unable to get past the point of no return, you can just repeatedly break things over and over until you get the ingredients you need. It's very slow, but it allows you to get the achievement if your file is really good.
I accidentally hit don't ride, so we get an extra ride through the minecart, but woo, it's so fast. We did that on purpose, that's what we'll claim.
It's just RNG manipulation.
It's fun. Estelle is having such a good time in here, we don't want to ruin that. Here's a very good example. We were talking about kind of Estelle's energy and Joshua's snark. As we enter into the lower level here, you'll get a really good example of that through just the party banter.
Hand us a bright explorer.
This whole game is just so charming, man.
It's
Oh,
so
it's
much
good.
is.
They did a lot to keep pretty faithful to the original with the remake in most things besides like gameplay.
Yeah, I remember reading interviews at the time with people like Toshihiro Kondo, the CEO or president of Falcom, and they were talking about how many members of the development team were nostalgic for this game, how many people joined Falcom because they played this game back in the 2000s, and they really wanted to capture that same kind of nostalgia that they had for the game. And I think it really shows.
Okay, 36 HP, that's all we need.
Sorry to talk over you there.
Don't worry, I have a counter for you.
Nice petrify procs. What are the odds on that?
Rested and
I
ready.
think it's only 20% on that spell.
Oh, wow.
So, yeah, we were kind of lucky to see that many. Seeing one on one of them's not too unlikely, but yeah, getting two is great. We take it. Yep. We're mostly trying to get the delay procs from Joshua, which are much more likely to land here. And as long as we hit those, we shouldn't get turns and cause us problems once we group them up. So the main thing is get them all clumped up together so we can hit them both with Joshua and Estelle there.
Yeah, if you see the little skull and the scream sound effect, that is an indication of a death blow, which just instantly kills something. So here we are doing the same thing that we did in my earlier run of East Felgana, saving a bunch of miners.
Let's switch it up.
Classic.
It wouldn't be a Falcom game without mines.
Okay, these guys usually don't cooperate and all come down here, so the miner went up. Okay, that's... okay, cool, thanks. Thank you. Yeah, no way to hit everyone here, so we'll just have to do them in two groups, which this is going to be gross. But that 0 odds certainly helps this thing.
Now I'm just thinking, are sewers or mines more common in Falcom?
Here we go.
Ooh. Oh, we would have to count.
How many
'cause that's
times?
gonna be
Okay, does
close.
every time you go into the Geofront count?
Here we go.
There are 6. There are
That's-
like 10 different geofronts.
That's
yeah.
just one big
each,
sewer.
each geofront letter
It's
is a
just one
separate
big
geofront.
one.
I
Oh.
remember.
It's all connected.
I remember I was playing one of the games at my friend's place, and I was just about to go into the Geofront, and they were like, "Is there a sewer dungeon in this game?" And I started laughing hysterically. Like, this game has the sewer dungeon.
This
Yeah.
game
Although
has
the one-
the sewer, parking lot, secret laboratory.
Don't talk about the secret laboratory. It's secret.
Here we go.
It's a fun little quality of life perk we haven't really touched on this too. It's not super relevant to this fight, but actually tells you how long your buffs last and how many ranks they are, as opposed to the original, which just kind of had like a, up stat or whatever. It was not the most well indicated. Same thing, it also tells you how much delay any given action has, which the original Trails in the Sky didn't have. Some of the more like nice little perks of the remake that they've added
Let's go, Estelle.
retroactively from previous games between first chapter and, the OG first chapter and remake first chapter.
Hi, Josette. I'm sure this won't matter later. We just met someone. We'll see if she shows up again.
Nah.
Nah.
I mean, we did meet.
It's Trails. We all know someone. We can't even begin to BS
literally
that.
the only thing that happens.
Huh, what an interesting model that stands out from the rest. It's more detailed than a typical NPC. I'm sure that won't be relevant at all.
Honestly, so many of the NPCs in this game have really detailed designs.
Yeah, we just talked to another one,
Let me
and another one.
Welcome to the party.
I think
sad
we
with-
just saw the Grandmaster there for a frame.
I mean, it's the most important character, yes.
Dowolf, please.
Okay, we actually are pretty low on Sepith. I'm going to go ahead and... Sorry, I will have to kill more palms. Someone remind me to kill palms.
Hey, kill palms.
It's in a bit. I'll figure it out. I need 200 win Sepith. I'm at 190. If I was just a little short, smashing these rocks could be enough. One, but yeah, that's not going to do it.
I just drop more rocks.
I need to kill these plants anyway for monster seeds and see if they can give me what I need.
So the two that are with us are Niall and Dorothy. They work as journalists, and they're off to investigate the Jade Tower nearby. They want to take photographs and have several questions.
That'll conclude it.
But we do need to be careful with.
3. I'm just counting. They're good.
Can Dorothy still take a picture of something and get it with a status effect in this one?
Yep.
Yes.
Blind.
Great.
That's why she's the best character.
I played this game basically around launch. It's been a while since I played it.
Speaking of best, I've received a $27 donation from Freedom Pulse. As promised, here's the money I owe from last night's SMT4 run. Best spell of luck to Klopfer on Trailing Those Skies. Let's see that glitch exhibition.
Let's keep it up.
Ooh, okay, I think that should get me back on track. 202, we did it.
Yay.
I don't think I saw any monster seeds there, though, unfortunately.
No.
Yeah, so we're going to have to kill some more plants later.
How tight is the Sepith route?
Sorry, what was that?
How tight is the Sepith route?
Here's the tight part. And then after that, I'll check once again, probably around chapter 3. So it's not terribly tight, but that's mainly because in chapter 1, I'm going to do a very lengthy grind to just get so much Sepith that we don't need any again until chapter 3.
Kind of seeing here one of the nice perks of the Daybreak engine that they're doing. Like every dungeon screen here just is all one it's all one area. It's completely seamless. Like every single floor you go up here, because these used to all be separate screens on the original. So it's just this game just the way everything kind of flows together is really smooth.
Yeah, I remember the scene transitions in these towers would always be really weird because you would
They also look very
enter a door at one angle and then you would come out the other side the exact opposite angle. So if you were still holding the direction, then you would just go up the stairs and then immediately go back
Right
down.
back down.
So this here is a professor by the name of Alba. He is just kind of investigating the tower here. He's just kind of some quirky old dude.
Yeah, he's not important. He's all right.
We'll see if we bump into him again or not.
Probably not.
All right, so bad news. That crystal we got from the mine, that's why we were in the mine, by the way. We picked up a crystal for the mayor. And it's missing now. So, which when you're playing casually, there's a lot longer gap between you giving it to the mayor and it going missing. But yeah, 2 minutes in, it's gone. It's gone.
Okay, what'd you lose at Butterfingers?
So we get to play Detective Estelle here. We'll run around looking for clues, talk to the witnesses, and see if we can get a lead on this. But also, since this is a more major issue, this big thing went missing, Shara's going to talk to you. Shara's going to go ahead and help us out. So she'll be joining the party from here on.
Yeah, so you can just hit skip all on cutscenes, and if there's a thing that it asks, if there's an important thing it asks you, like a bracer point question, you can just kind of, it'll just let you pick the options for bracer point bonuses, and then just skip the cutscenes around them. This is a very low cutscene density run compared to the original.
We'll be skipping them all again. All right, small bit of shopping, so this is why I need Septic. Go ahead and do the exchange trick again, because here is pretty tight until we do that longer grind. I'm going to save time, though. Time is the one we're almost always short on. You need that.
Time is a very important element in these games, as it might suggest. It gets you stuff like the speed and the cast stat, which both of which make it so that effectively you get more action, because the turn order in this game is not 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, everyone gets equal amount of turns because of things like delay and speed.
Let's hurry.
Yay!
I don't have 2 extra fights. Hurrah.
But we could.
No, I'm good.
Come on, we got a family to feed. We need more monsters.
I need more monster
We are
tenders.
the family.
I don't know if we can afford yet, though. Estelle eats a lot.
So, Jira joining's great. She's powerful. She also brought us some new quartz. And some new quartz means we get some new spells. I'm going to cast Furtgari.
So this fellow here is kind of our mentor. She's a higher ranking bracer, helps us out with our junior bracer exam stuff. She's also a very potent bracer herself.
Yeah, and your Earth Guard basically gives us 1,000 HP shield, which is more than the total amount of HP we have. So that's a lot.
Yeah, we just doubled it up. More than doubled it up.
Yeah, this was kind of the answer to the problem of the old games having things like Earth Wall. There is still fully guard and reflect in these games, but they're a little harder to come by. Earth Wall just shields you for 1,000 damage, which that's fixed on this level of Earth Wall, so it is, you know, it is going to scale and become weaker and weaker across the course of the game.
Yeah, that's a much more clever way of doing it.
Especially on Nightmare here.
So again, broke the enemy, then launch at all of our S-crafts. In this case was enough damage to finish. We get
Good results.
20%. We do more damage when they're broken, and also importantly, we get guaranteed follow-up attacks, which are a significant amount of extra damage. So getting those guaranteed follow-up attacks can really give us just what we need to close out the fight.
There's a lot of them. Be careful.
These caves were added in this remake. They're interesting. We'll see more of them.
Fight from a distance.
You think so?
I do.
Did I take the wrong path? Try to read my notes at the same time.
Okay, remind me to never let you drive.
Just grab the wheel for a second. Don't do that. Very dangerous. Okay, let's head over to the hotel.
Time to get going.
And I'm going to do a bit of cooking here.
Got it. I'll make it right
It's
away.
great. We succeeded.
There's a thing you
And we
like
succeeded. Great.
Will you be
So,
The cooking is similar to later Trails games. Estelle and some recipes, Estelle will make better food. Others, Joshua will.
This feels great.
and we're doing that cooking in
now.
this case mainly because I want the stat bonuses that come with them for succeeding on them.
to
If I
depart.
failed, I wouldn't have got the stat bonuses, so we went ahead and loaded the autosave, which is why I purposely waited until after my fast travel to start that cooking.
Yeah, so now we're tracking the suspected thieves of the jewels, or of the crystal, because there were some figures that were around the manor, the mayor's house.
And this fight
It's
very
one of the hardest.
One of the hardest here, so we'll drop a save there because bad turn orders means I'm dead. And we might be able to pull this one off. Depends how fast we get out the Earth Guard here from Estelle. Oh, 0 hearts. We'll get out very quick. This is looking all right.
This is Jazette and the Capula Bandits. Kind of just an infamously annoying fight for a lot of people, especially because this portion was in the game's original demo. So a lot of people playing on Nightmare who weren't quite familiar with the series kind of got shellacked.
Okay, that can petrify, and that's actually really scary. I'm just gonna have to trust in the shield. If I get double petrified here, we're probably getting a restart. And we got a single petrify. I can work with that.
Petrify is a status effect that your character will just die in one hit and can't do anything until they're cured.
Okay. Josette can counterattack us here, so I'm also watching my HP here. I don't want to die to the counterattack. I'll get my next shield out, which I might go too poorly for this. Joshua gets the turn.
At least she won't be able to counter that with stun, so.
Josette counters, so I think we still are in problems.
Okay. I didn't see her stun bar.
We're always
She
in
was way
trouble
off to the
here.
side.
She's has a lot more stun for her.
Yeah.
So her minions, which is we're trying to focus down the minions right now, is what I'm aiming to do. They're much easier to stun and take out. Once we get down to just Josette, the fight is more under control, but still not free because Josette went to rage mode, which is terrifying.
It is amazing how much they buffed it compared to the original.
They buffed a lot of things compared to the original.
It's also Nightmare. Like Nightmare,
Load is-
Nightmare FP
Oh, you meant
is
Josette.
not beatable. Or well, that's not true, but
I mean, if you can take notice of these HP values and then definitely compare them to what we're going to be facing at the end of the game.
I was kind of alluding to, they also buffed a lot of things. Like Estelle's morale skill used to just be an AoE strength bonus. Now it gives you a bonus craft points, gives your craft point like regen, and defense as well. Like it is genuinely funny. Estelle's kind of like, as much as everyone in the fandom loves her to bits by and large, she's kind of infamous for being one of the worst party members. Just kind of jack of all stats in a game that needs specialists. They buffed the heck out of her in this game, and she still kind of has the problem of being weaker because they buffed everyone else.
No petrify.
The more things change, the more they stay the same.
Nice crit.
So we took a break there, so I could go ahead and start getting my defenses back up before she enters rage mode and really starts causing problems. I want this critical, but I need to get my HP higher, so we're safe for coming into this part where she rages and can potentially stampede me 4 times. Actually, she does that, I die. So we'll just hope she doesn't do that.
I'll make it.
Okay, she's entering rage here. What do you do? 1 stampede on Joshua? That's okay.
Never surrender to you.
Let's go regular shield.
Just getting started. Good grief.
That's my EP. Okay, I'm gonna need to heal EP here on Estelle. She should be out of rage now, though she might go back in. Back in.
This is dangerous.
Double stampede. Shields are still up.
Perfect.
Here I come.
I'm gonna try to spread out here and hope we don't.
I'll make it. Let's keep it up.
And then get some shields.
Yeah.
Ooh, nice. We had a seal there. I didn't see that. That's gonna help us out a lot. Okay, we need to heal this one.
Is Seal just percent chance to lose your turn like in Daybreak, or is it 100%?
Here I come.
100% chance based on your action.
I'll
okay.
make it. Let's keep it up.
I don't know.
Okay, bro.
That's what I think it is.
This time.
I really want to take advantage of this break, but I just can't afford to. It wouldn't be safe enough. You're not close enough to having your dead.
Something I will say is they didn't bring the Slim system, whatever you want to call it, from the Daybreak games. Aligning your partners doesn't get you the same kind of bonus.
I'll make it.
They kind of simplified this game in some ways as well, from like the more complex stuff that would come about in like later Trails games. Kind of make this one a little bit more accessible. Like there's only one type of magic outside of like the, earth, wind, fire, and water that does damage, for example. There's usually a lot more.
So yeah, Estelle's on full support duty here. She's both giving us our shields and and giving us morale, which is giving us both strength buffs. That was terrible. And making sure I can keep restoring my craft points. If I can get this off in time. More rage. Oh good, she's gonna heal.
Here I come.
Healing is slower but safe, and I'll take safe in this fight.
Everyone follow my lead, Joshua.
Not the behind but that's fine. Get more rage, sure
Here
why
I
not.
come.
Okay, we
I'll
got this
make
one.
it hurt.
Have we talked about Impede yet?
This is gonna.
Nope.
Okay, you can cancel spells with any skill that has Impede when it connects. It kind of forces them to change their action next turn. Or they might just cast again, but yeah. Spells take a little bit of delay before they can actually cast. You can interrupt.
Bye, Joshua. This should end it, so okay. That was gross, but Josette's normally gross, so we'll take it.
And if a character actually
First try, Josh.
character has 0 HP at the end of the fight, they still get EXP in this
Yeah.
version.
Tell me
So-
all about it.
Oh, that's
Not
a
nearly
huge
punished.
relief.
Yeah, exactly. Which is why I just need to get out of this fight. We'll accept Joshua getting knocked down there.
I do have a couple donations for you. I have $5 from My Hero Zero. This is Estelle voice in parentheses, so I apologize in advance. Nice job, Joshua.
That was
No,
good.
you nailed it. That was
really
perfect.
good, yeah.
I also have $150 from Flying Grizzly, who says, I stumbled on RPG LP archive vids a couple of years ago, and y'all have been a balm for my soul more than once. Thank you, everyone, for being so sound and giving so much time and energy to support Nami. Now let's see some glitches.
Heck yeah.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
it'd be great to see that.
You did great,
Thank you very much for the donations.
Time to get going.
All right, we'll go ahead and grab a book here because I like reading. And I had all my monster materials, so I can move on. This is my chance to get monster seeds if I did not, but we're looking good on that front. So let's head on to the next region.
Yeah, so the kind of deal with this story is to graduate from junior bracers to full-fledged bracers, they need to go to like 5 different bracer guilds across the country of Liberal. They might say liberal.
From a distance.
They kind of have mixed it up a couple times.
The correct pronunciation is liberal, no matter what this game says.
Wait, it
There
is?
are a lot of snake monsters.
Pretty bad.
That's
Yes.
not what they say in the game.
Estelle, didn't you
Anyways.
use
I thought it was
the
liberal.
rifle?
I don't know.
And
Anyways,
then
so
she
Liberal here has 5 bracer guild branches, so we need to go to all 5 and collect a basically like a stamp of approval from the whoever is running the guild there.
Good to go by the time you head back to
So
Rome.
each region, like once we go from one region, the previous region is basically locked out and we can't go to, and we can't go back. So
This is
points of no
starting to feel
return.
like an extension of our training.
A lot of the main countries in this overarching series have some sort of wordplay behind their name, like liberal being based on liberalism, Arabonia harkening to Erebus, the mythological figure. Calvard, I think, is some sort of... It's based on some sort of Latin word. I can't remember what it means, but that is relevant to the Calvard arc as well. I think also the name Zemuria, denoting the whole continent in general, that was based off of the Russian word Zemlya, which I believe means just land.
Yeah, Zemlya. Okay.
Oh.
So that would explain Severnaya and Novaya Zemlya. Because I remember like seeing those names and being like, the name is like, when you actually translate, it's very simple.
Yeah.
Flying stuff.
Newtown means new weapons every time. Weapon upgrades are a really big deal. Getting that extra bit of attack will really show off very easily. We also bought new armor. The defense stat is, in this game, like most Heroes games, worthless. It does almost nothing. Almost worthless. It does very little. But that armor we can upgrade to give us a 5% evade. Evade is going to be our main defense, pretty much starting in this chapter. We'll be getting evade on a bunch of different items, and then be able to cast a spell that gives us the Force 8 buff, which is 60% evade, and all that stacks up, and so we get really high evade values, and that's how we'll try to not die. Ooh, incentive coming up. Olivier's song.
How much more time do we have on that?
Don't minute. Sorry. It's basically when I hit this beat up here. Apologies.
Currently, we are sitting at $25 out of 250.
Too bad. It's just a fun little cutscene. Olivier is a character. We'll see him here shortly. He likes to sing.
He is a babbling bard.
The moment is very tense and not appropriate for a song, and yet he breaks out in song anyway, and it is just a perfect encapsulation of his character. But
What a doofus.
he is very much a doofus.
They all are in some way, but he is especially a doofus.
A lovable doofus who is now in our party. Welcome here, Olivier.
He also uses a gun and is legitimately one of my favorite roles Matt Mercer has ever voiced in English.
Matt Mercer loves this role so much that I've heard he's been talking to people behind the scenes, and he said, please do not ever even think about recasting this character. I want to voice him forever.
We'll let him win the battle for us, though. He's only here for a short time, so we'll make use of his craft points. Thanks, Olivier.
Just joins at a much higher level, too, so yeah.
Yeah, one shot's that fight. Again, I said time sepith is our pain point. We'll get 20 for just doing that real fast.
Olivier likes to be a flirtatious type, especially with Joshua.
Right, running around town here, just seeing all the story beats. We're friends with the mayor now. Okay.
I mean, who wouldn't be friends with her?
You don't just become friends with the mayor of every town you visit.
We've met her once, so clearly we're friends now. Buy a little bit of risotto.
We're talking meaningful names. Our main character's name is literally Bright Star. Just a walking ball of sunshine. It becomes everyone's friend, unless you take her off.
On the subject of Olivier, Olivier's Japanese voice actor, Takehito Koyasu, was one of the few voice actors that they did not recast for the Japanese version of the game. And Koyasu has said on record, Olivier is one of his favorite roles to voice as well.
And that's saying something, given that Koyasu is...
He has literal thousands of credits on behind the voice actors.
He has so many credits, and you probably know him as Kono Dio da!
Yeah. I do have a $10 donation from Uklusi. Everyone deserves a chance to listen to Olivier's song. Unfortunately, we didn't get it this time, but if you want to hear somebody singing Olivier's song, you can check out the Trails in the Sky run from 4 years ago.
I mean, the performance in this game would have not lived up to that one.
Oh, you flatter me.
Okay, don't forget to get the apple ice cream while you're here.
We skip that.
Oh!
Oh, we're just getting
Is
7.
that even here?
I mean, the risotto is going to spoil unless you have some ice cream to keep it cold.
I mean, we've got water Sabbath.
Everyone knows jelly beans make great preservatives, right?
I mean, jelly beans will last forever, right?
Yeah.
No.
They're more preservatives than food.
We are
Have you
heading
ever
up.
been to... have none of you ever seen how jelly beans are made?
No.
I haven't watched that
No.
episode yet.
I've been to the Jelly Belly factory once before.
And you didn't take us.
You all live in different states.
It's not an excuse.
I like jelly.
Hey, the last time I tried to meet up with you IRL, we had like the funniest misconnection
Okay,
possible.
It was pretty bad.
Can I just say I love this community?
You can, I
Yes.
guess.
We are all goofs. We'll say this now. We'll probably say it at the end of the run if you're interested in any of these games as runs. We have a big old Discord full of I think we're up to 300 people in the Trail Speedrun Discord.
And we just pinged all of them at 3 a.m.
Yes. Hello to all you in the Trails community.
Good morning.
We have a visit.
Shout out to the Japanese restream as well. They always cover Falcom runs. We really appreciate the work they do.
For sure.
Good afternoon to Japan. Or wait, it's
When
more
you,
evening now.
It's evening, yeah.
Yeah.
Konbanwa.
Let's go.
All right. I did mention we were going to be doing a grind in Chapter 1. It's time. We're going to do the grind. So we saw Monster Cave there in the prologue. We're in Monster Cave of Chapter 1. This is where we're going to be earning ourselves near 4,000 Sepit.
Sure.
In order to do this, I did get a spell here on Chair, Air Storm. Actually get this fight ready. And that's going to be our way of getting Sepit by entering the battle here and hoping to see Sepit turn order bonus, which we see there. It's the crystals next to her name. And then we do Arrow Storm. And that's going to earn us Sepit for every time it hits. I didn't get away here.
And that hit count is not based on each enemy hit. It is basically the actual animations. An Arrow Storm hits 10 times this animation per enemy. We just got 1,000 Sepit. No.
200.
It's dangerous. Keep it together.
But
That's
it's
a
a-
fifth of 1,000.
if we did
This one's dangerous.
just won the battle, we probably would earn 40 or 50 of it. So getting 200 instead is a lot better. So that's why I'm making these saves. I'm basically fishing for those Sepit upturns, so I didn't get one. So we reset. Load the save, and we just go looking for them. There's some RNG to this one.
You all down.
So there's actually going to be 2 rooms I'll look for in this Monster Cave set. Ooh, that's a double Sepit turn. I'll take those. Cool. So a double Sepit turn is, as its name suggests, 2 Sepit turn bonuses. We get twice as much Sepit as we normally get for that. So I should see 400-ish here. But this is the best room. I like seeing this one most. It has the most monsters, so we get the most stuff for doing this room.
So let me see if I got this right. If there's 2 Sepits up in turn order, it's 1x Sepit bonus. And if there's 3, it's 2x.
Yeah, right? Very easy, straightforward.
Okay.
Are bonus Sepith drops still dependent on how many hits of your attack connect?
Yeah.
Yep, yeah.
That is kind of goofy.
Yeah.
It gets a full heal on the level as soon as he
Brace
leaves.
yourselves.
I mean, it's really nice if you're
They
not
look
skipping
tougher,
animations.
but we're
every hit,
tougher.
you can actually see little crystals dropping out.
This
At least you
one's
could in the
tough.
original
Brace
version. I
yourselves.
assume that's
Are you counting these as cave resets or is
No.
the save and load?
But we're
No,
tougher.
the save and load is the reset.
Okay.
So good call.
This one's
So
tough.
this,
Brace
the room with the
yourselves.
birds, they reflect magic. That
This
would be
guy
really
means
bad.
business.
This room with the
I'm
egg-looking
game.
enemies, they explode when we kill them. Very bad.
guy
So I
means
literally can't do
business.
these 2 rooms,
I'm
which is why
game.
I'm stepping in and out. Man, that's
The
bad
enemy's
luck.
strong.
Okay, this room's okay. It's doable.
Could be
So
trouble.
if you take it because it's doable, it doesn't have the best density monsters, but it doesn't explode on us, so we'll take it for that reason. Hey, another double.
So strong. This one's tough. Sure. Brace yourself.
I do need to watch my bracer points here. They're not looking, or grade points, not bracer points. I do need to have 3 here so I can do the chain attack when I enter.
Yeah. Time to attack. I'll take you all down. Yeah.
How's that counter looking on resets? 6. Yeah, okay. It's not too uncommon to have to look for 2 or 3 times sometimes, but again, RNG, sometimes we're just unlucky here and we'll have to look through all these. How many doubles have I gotten? 2?
3 doubles, I think.
You know what, game? Every double I get, including those 2, I'll donate $5 at the end of this, so please be nicer to me. You're not being very nice right now, so I want to see some
Okay,
more
you got,
doubles.
you got one of them.
All right, that doesn't count. It's only the ones on Shara's opening turn that I care about. Because the Arrow Storm is what gets so often. Come on. I think my range on this grind is 6.5 minutes as the fastest, all right, to 11.5 the slowest. So there's some RNG for this. We are throwing out shares S-craft at the end of these because it will delay enemies who weren't killed by the arrow storm.
There's kind of infamous for just manipulating the turn order in ways that are highly breakable.
This one's tough. Brace yourself.
We'll be seeing some of that. Occasionally I can steal the separate turn order bonus from other enemies in stream, so I am looking for that as well, but the opportunity doesn't come. That's something I'm looking for. Closest Joshua, now I want to try this. So Estelle actually did have a separate turn bonus, and her S-Crap hits a good number of times. So if Joshua's turn's close by, I'll sometimes just throw that out for a little bit of extra, but didn't line up well.
Nice little quality of life fix. You don't have to actually watch the animation to get the bonus in this one.
That light.
Hey, that's the rare room with the shining palms. We don't like
They
that
look
one.
tough.
But it's rare. We found it. Go us. There's just not enough enemies. What we really care about for doing this grind is the number of enemies.
Yeah. I'll take you all down. Yeah.
Looks like it's gonna be a slightly longer grind here. Oh, and there's another double.
For the next. Let's go.
Look for it.
I just had to bribe the game with some donations and start giving me better luck. So
This one's dangerous. Keep it together.
You heard him.
You heard it? Get those donations in.
please help me.
Do it for mission.
Wow, another double.
The original,
So fourth double then.
the original cross building, not some sort of Arabonian. Yeah, so let's not go into that problem.
One rule.
Arabonian.
There was
Why did
one
it go down?
rule.
No spoilers?
Yeah, that's a pretty good rule. Let's follow that one.
Wait, did you mean a different rule?
No Arabonia talk. No, it's fine. I'm just
I mean, I meant it. It's actually
for
the worst thing. That's the wrong thing.
all right.
You said the dreaded word. Now things are gonna get
What have I done?
Not bad.
Brace yourself.
I broke the rule. I really should check where I am on this seventh number. Okay, 2600. So I need 3800 times seventh. So we need another 1200.
This one's dangerous.
Five-ish
Keep
fights
it together.
probably with some separate turn bonuses.
This one's
Sure,
dangerous.
on
Keep
it.
it together.
Slow, but not terrible.
I'll take you all down.
Watch all the stunned enemies.
That's different from the double. That's just a bonus every turn.
That was just a normal bonus. It's 3 crystals for a double. So we keep getting those separate turns on Estelle, but without Joshua's turn nearby, I can't take advantage of it, unfortunately.
Now we're talking.
I do enter battle here before I make the save. It just tends to group up enemies really nicely for me for when I come out of that save. They're just nearby, and I can hit them with Sheriff's attack here to enter that advantage battle.
You all down.
Too slow. Let's go. Let's keep
One
moving.
step at a time.
The enemy's strong. Keep cool. Be careful.
It is pretty wild just how many enemies you can encounter in one fight here compared to the original.
Yeah, the monster caves are very, very dense, so it's what makes doing this grind so efficient. Like, we would at some point need to get all this separate so we can get all the important quarters that we need. And with these monster caves, there's no real reason to wait, so we're going to just do it as soon as possible and get that big power spike at the end of this grind, like, immediately. There are monster caves in every chapter, so we could do this later, but again, this one's just as big as the monster density, so we might as well do it now.
You all down. Done. You ready?
So we can get both frozen or delayed, and we dodged all of it. Good work.
Huzzah.
As we do this. Is there a purple? Okay, wait, let's go. Just getting myself a little bit of additional separate there. Joshua had a separate turn, so we'll just do his S-craft. Camera, play nice. I really should check where I am. 250 more. If we get lucky on this one, we'll have enough. Otherwise, we do one more.
I'll take you all down.
Might do it. We'll have to see. With these criticals, we'll kill extra enemies, and those extra kills will get us some stuff. So we might hit the numbers we need here.
I'll be your opponent.
Let's keep moving. Here we go.
Do you need to wait a second here? Numbers? Yeah, it looks good. Yeah, cool. All right. We did it. Grind over.
Nicely done.
A little slow, but yeah, RNG. It will just do that sometimes. Good news, that is our last lengthy grind. So we did one in prologue against those Shining Palms. We did this one. And now we don't really need to do any more lengthy grinds. I'll take like fights against one enemy here and there, but that's about it.
Made up my mind. Yes, please.
Okay, so with all that, let's do a huge exchange here. So we're going to do the exchange trick again. So I'm queuing up selling everything, but then we will not actually sell. And start spending it all, which is mainly to open up all of our court slots here for Joshua and Estelle, so we can put in more courts. And then start buying things.
I'll pick this. I'll take this. I'll take this.
Punch these. This will make more sense in a second when I start equipping these things.
I'll pick this. I made up my mind. I'll pick this.
And good. Do the exchange. All right, now I need my notes here for what we actually equip. Okay.
Yeah, menus are very complicated in this series with how many orbments you have to equip.
I have a big thing of notes right here next to me telling me what to do, because yes, this is complicated.
Hey, Shadol. Phantasmagoria.
Don't remind me about
fun
the...
of Stoltz past.
No, we're just going to be bringing up some memories.
This is a safe space here. We don't mention the 10-minute menu.
All right, that's good. Now we can listen to Estelle's song as a reward.
Let's go shopping at Bo's Market. Whatever you want,
Looking for
you
something.
can find it right here.
All right, more shopping.
Bargains?
Those?
Which one
Is that how you're supposed to pronounce it?
Yep,
I hope you found it, Ray.
Strange.
it was in a song. It has to be true.
Which one are you going
I-
for? Please come
I
again.
can't argue with that logic.
We're not
I mean, the
here
pronunciation
for
guide for this game is all over.
shopping. Which one are you going
Lost
for?
my marker.
I think the German is like Beze or something, but
Beze.
that's difficult for English speakers to pronounce.
I need more sugar.
Beze means something very different to me in a different.
I'll pick this.
I'm pretty sure it means evil.
I made up my mind.
Yeah, it does.
I'll pick this.
Thank you for your
know,
patronage.
What will it be?
I know that from Xenosaga.
Decide.
I'll pick
Which one are
this.
you going for?
I seem to be missing my marker.
That was delicious.
Did it fall into the couch?
Don't worry about it.
No, this is extremely important.
I'm sure your marker misses you too.
We have others. I'll go get
Time to
one.
get
Gosh.
A little more cooking here.
I can do it.
Got it. We'll make it right away. Sorry. Got it. We'll make it right away.
Okay, we're just treasure hunting.
We already got the.
In the meantime,
We lost.
all that grind, all that shopping means I got a lot of rewards. We're going to get a lot of droplets here. We're going to be dumping them all into Estelle here. A little much later in the game, she'll have this section where it'll be not her, not Joshua. So we're going to go ahead and make sure she's going to be powerful enough to handle that pretty tricky section.
Oh, will you be resting?
So drops to Estelle for the rest of the game. Droplets again giving us stat boost.
Will you be resting?
So extra life, extra magic.
Thank you very much.
All right, cute as justice. Hello, Onways.
Be sure to
And
check
off
out
we go.
the link down
That's another racer. If we did side quests, which we don't, we get to meet her. She'll show up again in the chapter 4.
the people. Time to get going.
First as friends, now as enemies.
All right, so yeah, very lengthy menu. We'll find out if I did it all properly here when we enter this next battle by can I win it or not. And we'll get to see a lot of spells we'll be dipping into. Estelle always goes first here, and Kyle will always attack her, so I drop her way over here so AoE doesn't hit anyone else. Earthguard again, we've seen that already. We're doing Sylphin Wing. Sylphin Wing, very powerful spell. It's going to give that.
Keep your guards up.
It's going to give or blinded. It's going to give foresight, except for blinded, in which case blind will offset it, so we'll have to do this again. Foresight is our huge evade boost, which is our defense layer, so it's going to keep us alive in this battle. And we'll probably kill him once.
I
And now I set up it so everyone has Arrow Storm. That's our big source of damage. It's not only good for earning Sepith, it has an S rank on damage, which is like the 3rd highest. Hits nearly the entire screen. And so it's just great. We're going to lean on that for the rest of the game, pretty much. Ooh, is that critical? No, I should just died there. Do I need to pick her up? Yes, but I'll do it after it's only Kyle left.
Underlings are pathetic.
Cool. The other important spell here is Shadow Spear. Shadow Spear is almost as powerful as... Oh, great opportunity to pick her up. Is almost as powerful as Arrow Storm, but costs a lot less EP. It only hits a single target, but that's still plenty good for us.
Also has like a 10% chance of instant death, which I assume Kyle's invulnerable to.
Bosses will not get hit by Death Blow, but you're right. We will take advantage of that at one fight, but for the most part, we just use this because it's A rank? Yeah, A rank damage, which is pretty high.
I mean, I don't know. I remember this one time that Cher was a boss and she was vulnerable to Death Blow.
Sometimes it works.
Here we go.
This game does not have many XORs, if that's what you're thinking.
Oh. Well, we don't have Geno Wool anyways.
Okay, looks like we got this fight back under control, and gosh, we go down.
That was a really nice recovery.
So yet again, one of the Capua bandits just... And here's their airship.
Oh, right.
Honestly, it's kind of nice that you can see this in full 3D because it makes it actually look kind of big and imposing compared to the sprite that it originally was.
Wait, and it makes the camera work nowhere near as obnoxious as it was in the original.
It's pretty obnoxious in Turbo.
Yeah.
BP.
Woo.
Anyway, so did we just beat them up and then now we're ransacking their airship?
We're looking for clues. We're the good guys.
Well, no, this was an airship that was taken by the bandits.
Which
Right.
had our father on it.
Also, hi, Olivia.
Yeah, so that's why like the chapter name is like Missing Father or whatever. So Cassius is just kind of a guy who, because he is extremely important and known as like basically like the most important person in this country besides the queen. He's kind of wanted for a lot of things, and it makes him very busy. This doesn't mean he's like a neglectful dad. It just means that Estelle just kind of rolls her eyes at him all the time.
I mean, he is a big dandy.
Be cautious.
So Olivier joined our party for, I forget the reason, but he's here now. Despite all that grind, I didn't have quite enough Sepith to buy quartz to set him also up as Arrow Storm spamming, but instead we've just given him Clock Up EX, which is a really strong ability. It's going to accelerate, which basically gives a character immediately a turn. So we can use that to break some parts of the game. A lot of abilities are kind of offset by having a very long delay, like amount of time to get his next turn. We're going to just ignore that, so I'm going to be throwing out S-Crafts in the middle of battle much more freely with Clock Up EX available.
If memory serves correct, Olivier joins the party here because he got thrown in jail for dining and dashing on a $500,000 bottle of wine.
Yep.
Oh yeah, that sounds right.
My man.
And we paid his bail for some reason. Seems like a really bad choice by us.
I think we just broke him out.
No, we're friends with the mayor. We're not
Yeah,
gonna break him out.
Mayor Maribel broke him out in the same way that she broke us out.
What?
Ready at any time.
Well, I say break out, more like
Yeah,
she
because we get
more like
arrested
she
by
burnt.
like the military because they don't trust bracers.
Yeah, because we were caught searching the airship after we beated the Kapuas, and then the army showed up, and they were like, oh, they're with the airship. They must be the people who stole the airship. And then they throw us in jail.
And the mayor just lets us out because she has, you know, a lot of clout in this region.
So that's what's going on. Okay.
Wait, there's plot stuff happening?
This is a story-based RPG?
Wait, you're supposed to read?
Nah, that can't be right.
Once I found that skip cutscene button, we just been spamming it nonstop.
Kind of neat
Ooh,
thing.
gotta reflect.
Yeah, again, neat thing. You can hit skip all and just skip multiple successive cutscenes. Makes the skipping cutscene process faster. Take
Yeah.
that, other games with normal cutscene skip buttons.
It was a little rough around the edges in earlier games where they implemented that, where when you press the skip all button, you would just get like 17 fades to black because it would be skipping 17 cutscenes in a row, and it would take like a solid minute just to get through it all.
Although it is better when they don't have skip all, instead you just have to skip each of them individually. That can be a pain.
Yeah.
The only thing you're missing is that Trails does have one of the best I should never skip cutscenes like, meme in the history of that meme. Also, Joshua just got hit by Death Blow.
So yeah, so this boss was able to reflect magic back to him, which he did, and it unfortunately scored its chance to do Death Blow and kill Joshua with his own attack. But I should, yeah, clean this up anyway. Again, break the enemy, throw escrows.
Quest complete.
Generally, most of what matters is Estelle and Joshua because they're the party members you have for the longest. So
Will you be staying?
it's also why you invest a lot of part of why you invest a lot of like the
Please,
droplets
staying.
and whatnot.
Yeah, they'll be always here in the party. Shara and Olivier, they'll be hanging out for a bit, but at some point we'll be leaving. A little bit of shopping here. Got this fishing in, so let's go ahead and buy some fish food. No, that's not right. Food made with fish. We're buying more food. Okay, let's do some cooking. Great, we got it. And got it. Okay, so I've been doing a bunch of cooking all throughout the run at this point. At this, I should have 6 speed and 4 evade earned from that. That's nearly like putting on an additional accessory at this point. You can only have 2 accessories on, so pretty useful power boost from all that cooking I've been doing. Don't need to do any more. But yeah, really getting that speed's going to be a big deal. Speed's a really important stat. It impacts how long your delay is, so after you do a move, how long till your next move happens. And also importantly, how fast your spells come out, your arts. So being able to get our arts out just 1 or 2 delay faster is, especially with our defensive ones, is sometimes the difference between living and dying in a fight. So I'm really stacking up speed for that reason.
I hate to say this is one way this game is also faithful to the original FC. There is no fishing in the game.
What are you talking about? I just did the fishing mini game there.
That's a glorified cutscene.
So yeah, the fishing
But it's
mini
very
game
glorious.
was purely text.
But there is
text
fishing,
menus.
which does mean that this is a certified JRPG.
Valid JRPG.
This whole intermission is a really touching moment for Estelle and Joshua, and I really appreciate that the game isn't afraid to just slow down and have some moments between the characters, between all of the plot going on.
That's definitely true. There are a lot of good those slow moments in this, which we'll be skipping. But casual play, it's great when you hit those and just very enjoyable.
Yeah, they tend to naturally also segue into important things because we start seeing suspicious individuals around our little lodge here.
Let's follow them to their hideout.
And then we just
Skip right
warp to the hideout.
You won't.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay, we're getting our burst tutorial here. This is the follow-up attack where all 4 characters join in. It is a very powerful attack. Whenever I have access to it, I will not be doing other follow-up attacks other than burst.
Yeah, so it's 5 brave points as opposed to 3 for the like 2 characters.
Here I come. Arcana of
And I did open air with Shara's S-Scrap because again, she goes ahead and delays enemies with it, so we'll make them take longer before they take their turn. And then we just use Olivier's turn to undo all that long delay by having him cast the lock up the X on her.
We saw Shara there actually got a support ability, another unique mechanic for each character in this game.
No
So,
traps in sight.
I keep forgetting how they deactivate, but they give like each character like little buffs.
Yep, a bunch of different ones. Some are like make your craft stronger, make your art stronger. I talked about Joshua being able to jump in front of people to take attacks. That's a support ability. Percent based, they just happen. Can't really control it. You like when they happen though.
I'll change the tide of
Shara's
battle.
is just cracked. She gets like an Omni boost.
pay for that.
The fragrance of fine
And kind of an interesting thing too is like sometimes you'll get these like little boosts, but they'll stack with like later boosts that you get. So sometimes it can actually what can happen actually is if you have like three strength bonuses and you use like a weak strength bonus at like the end of it, it'll like refresh it as like a max strength bonus, like +3.
Yeah, so we can stack both our attack and magic's buffs up to 3 times, as you were saying, each for 15%. And yeah, if you refresh one of them, all of them get refreshed, regardless of how much time any single one of them had left. So very useful.
Didn't you?
I'd rather call that interrogation.
Which again is why we lean heavily on boosting our stats there. We do spend our time doing it once early in the battle, and then as long as we're able to just continuously refresh it a little, we'll get to keep it high.
Found treasure.
Picking up a little bit of treasure as we run through this dungeon. Some weapons and armor for
This
Shara
one's
and
dangerous.
Olivia.
Keep it together.
A treasure chest.
There's the little, oh hey, a treasure chest line. It's kind of nice because it tells you that there's one within sight, but the line, there's unintentional humor to it every time it comes up.
Unintentional. This game, ever since Cold Skill 1, there's no chance they're doing this unintended.
I mean, considering some of the outtakes they have for some of those lines, there's a particularly infamous one with Milliam in CS2.
Arr, call me a pirate.
Never know when
I
to
found the coffer you can't
take him
refuse.
down and free the hostage.
Okay, that's a good one.
They're all good.
Milliam does have some good lines in Cold Steel.
I can
Yeah, we just lean heavily on Aerostorm, as you can see here. We have to get through 3 of these battles, so hitting them with Sheriff for the delay, and then just Aerostorm cleanup.
It does baffle me that you have Aerostorm this early.
We did a lengthy grind just so we could do that.
My skills
Yeah.
are
Oh,
high.
good. We just got Heaven's Kiss on Shera. We need that for this upcoming battle.
It's not even the most broken skill he has access to. It's just the one that's the most efficient for clearing out encounters right now.
This is fulfilling.
Okay. We're going into the big battle of this chapter against the entire Capital family. It's very, very rude. I'm going to be dropping a save because there's probably about 40% of the opening turn orders. I just die and can't do anything. I take no turns.
The classic Trails Nightmare experience.
This one looks okay. Yeah, this one's... Yeah, it's staying here. Yeah, I do need to position my characters again. Kyle will almost certainly attack Estelle. Let's get her over
I'm gonna tear
here.
you in
How
half.
powerful magic is that? Plus ATS is good, but also its increased ability to dodge is really nice.
Yeah. Because in fact, like we just dodge Stampede there. Did you get the shield? You can do your own shield. And Shera. Camera's not critical. Wow, we dodged everything from the opening.
Wow.
That's a great start. So thank you, game, being kind.
Yeah, this fight was kind of free in the original game because the Kapuas were vulnerable to death blow, but I imagine that's not the case here.
No longer the case. Okay, they can counterattack though, so that still can be causing us problems. So we're keeping an eye on how often they do counterattack us, which is part of the reason I gotta be throwing shields with Olivier, although everyone's looking relatively healthy. So I'll get this magic up 2 for his S-Craft. I'll be doing it later when we get towards the rage phase of the fight.
Here we go.
Who needs EP? Josh. Now we'll get to Shera. So there's our attack. Shera is taking a lot of damage, which is actually a little scary. Yeah, we really have to watch her HP here.
Not fair at all.
That's
You want to talk?
in
You
fact,
had your whole goon
I'm
squad
gonna
on us.
choose. Okay, I really want to use this critical here on Olivier, so we're gonna do something slightly different. Yeah, critical. Stand over here with everyone else, Olivier. Use that critical. And we'll put Heaven's Whip here. That just gave everyone a turn. Cost of Shera's turn, which is fine, because we'll just use Clock Up EX, give her back her turn.
Block up EX, very balanced.
Let's do it again.
One more time.
So, Lock Up the EX, very expensive EP-wise. Heaven's Whip, very expensive in terms of delay that Shera, but until Shera takes the next turn. But if you can just keep those 2 resources up, there's nothing stopping you from just taking infinite turns.
High-speed turn order manipulation? I've never heard of that in a Trails game.
Me neither.
Okay, Josette's gonna
It's never happened
rage.
before.
Yeah, Estelle's low, but I think we're okay here. We should be able to get spells out fast enough at this point. Yep, okay, cool. Oh, what do we do with you? Dawn has the most HP here, so we're going to just start hitting him with single target damage. Oh, sure, you can't do that. That's fine, do this. We ran out of EP on Estelle, but that's not the end of the world. Okay, cool. With 2 of them down, I basically have this fight under control now, which is good. The fight can go wrong in so many ways. Even if we die here, 1 character going down is not the end of the world. Dawn is quite slow, so it would take a long time until we would attack someone else. Okay, you can see I'm getting just a whole bunch of turns here.
Let us begin.
Sorry.
Bye, Estelle. That's fine.
Oh,
Here I come.
Okay. That is
Nice.
a gross fight, so I'm super happy to be through that.
Yeah, so here they are trying to escape. Basically, we were pursuing them because they took an airliner hostage, and the weird thing is the Dawn is like, we should kill these people, and that's way more aggressive and very out of character amongst the family. So they kind of detect there's just something wrong with the Dawn relative to how he usually is. Like, they're crooks. They're not murderers.
Yeah, when Don gives that line, Kyle and Josette are like, "Kill? That's not like you. What's wrong with you?"
This is bad.
This is fulfilling.
Risotto for everyone. Okay, so much like when we were heading down the bandit hideout, we have to do a bunch of fights against just the minions. We're doing the same thing on our way up as we chase them down, and exact same strategy. Cher opens with their S-craft, we clock up the X, Aerostorm spam.
Counting on you, Olivier. Here I come. Yeah!
Let's go.
I'll show you. I'm feeling sharp.
I'm mad.
Yeah, so many of the arrangements they do for this game are so good.
Here I come.
One or two I'm not as big a fan of, but almost everything in here I'm like, this is very good.
This is
This
delicious.
was fulfilling.
So part of the cooking I did was to give us, I should eat some risotto. Part of the cooking I did is get all these food to give us up the craft points. So after each of these fights, these kind of gauntlet style battles, I can restore my craft points to open up each next fight with those S crafts. So I need that both with Shara and Olivier.
How many pirates are in this gang?
This is the last of them.
Here I come.
So that many.
I mean, they had a good benefits package, so.
Honor of the goddess.
Pirates have a
Free
benefit?
yes, free things.
Free's good.
Tell me more about this free things policy.
Free 99.
That should be the last battle here, so we can just run out to the end of the chapter.
We've got to catch up before they reach their airship.
You make it. Let's hear it.
Chapter 1 down.
Seems you.
But did we make it?
You did well.
We did.
Nice.
Sort of.
Yeah.
Story happened.
The story wait,
There was some story there. We made it, but some other people made it. Some things happened. The bandits got caught in the end.
That sounds like a win.
Yeah, we'll call it a win.
that
Then,
sounds like a story.
Yeah, but the thing we noted was that Cassius was not amongst any of the kidnapped people. He probably would have mopped the floor with the Capuas, but that's the first sign that he wasn't with them. But just in case, no, they did not find him. Estelle, at some point in the near future, gets actually a letter from him telling the two of them to continue on their journey to become proper bracers.
So just before we left town there, I bought a bunch of books because I love reading. And we'll head on to the next section now.
Books are great.
Books are great.
Top 10 things to read.
Visit your library today.
Yeah, I put them somewhere in that top 10. That sounds fair.
Oh.
Just don't shake it, okay?
One of those statements, it's factually true, but misses the point. Alrighty, so this is Crone Pass checkpoint. It's actually apparently like a nice place to stay around here, but
something happens in the middle of the night, so we're rudely awakened here, and we'll have to help them protect from the military dogs that are attacking. But fortunately, we have Agate, the heavy blade.
so Agate is like an A-rank bracer, much stronger than us. He's kind of Mr. I work alone. I don't like protecting people. He's very crass, very brutish, and way stronger than us at this point in the story.
It's wild rage, so we can spam his S-craft.
Kind of a funny little happenstance. He, in the original, shared a voice with Adol, but in Cold Steel 3, they recast him as
Ben Pronsky.
Ben Pronsky.
But-
you might know as the protagonist. He voices a bunch of characters. Protagonist of Disgaea 5 was kind of my first video game exposure to him.
But both Adel and Agate have red hair. They're the same person.
Yeah, but Agate has a bandana, so that means he's the bad boy.
He's still a red-haired swordsman.
So yeah, it's mirror universe Agate or Adel. But yeah, you gotta have the same voice actor.
Wait, no, it can't be Mirror Universe, because if it was Mirror Universe, one of them would have a goatee.
Headband is like a goatee for your forehead.
Wow, the ocean is enormous.
I can't argue with that.
How far does it go?
Well, nothing stretches on forever.
You lost me.
That's probably for the best.
I can watch it all day.
Just don't fall in.
Great party banter as we come through this section. You get, again, that good view into kind of Josh and Estelle's
It's a lighthouse.
relation with each other, their behaviors here. I do want to open that. There we go.
Thankfully, you can open chests even with enemies nearby. A problem that a lot of other East games and even Trails game, well, Trails game is a little different. Problem that a lot of other Falcom games.
A lot of RPGs in general.
Yeah.
This is one of my favorite chapters casually, but in the original run, God, Chapter 2 was so awful without cutscene skip. Especially because in the original version of the game, you would have to watch out. You can fast forward cutscenes, you can't skip them. Sometimes if the game tries to render multiple text boxes on the screen at once, if you're holding down the fast forward button, you'll soft lock. So you would have to unfast forward the game, advance through those specific text boxes, and then re-fast forward. Klopfer doesn't have to deal with any of that, though.
Yay, skipping. I'm looking for Shining Palms. I need one more battle with Shining Palms here.
That's one of my favorite cutscenes where Estelle just shoves a sandwich in Joshua's back. That is a pin,
That is
a
a great
pin,
one.
That is a pinned screenshot in the Discord channel for this game.
Want to check it out?
Cool. So we found our palms. Things go right. This should get me halfway to level 19, and that's all I need to do. So we'll see how our experience route has been playing out.
Let's go. Let us begin.
Now I'm mad. Here we go.
You guys grouped up enough to get pummeled. Okay, 2 of them's okay. We have Joshua hit Sever if we need to.
I don't know how much we've touched on it, but another really nice thing about this game, fast travel.
My turn.
Not a thing in the original. You had to just run between places.
There was so much backtracking in this chapter specifically.
Time to depart.
And
It makes me wonder how they're going to handle a certain thing in a certain sequel.
Phew, that was a good
I apologize. I'm going to fight more palms. We're not 19 and a half. Just one more.
Rested and ready.
I thought they were 16. Now they're almost 19?
We did a few more fights since then.
Where's the time gone?
Cautious.
I mean, we fought, we beat up pirates. It takes like 3 years to beat up pirates.
Yeah.
Did you see how many there were?
I mean, there were a lot of pirates, but 3 years?
Here we go.
I didn't know we were doing a time skip episode.
Asking Falcom to keep track of their timeline is just too much to ask. You should know this.
All right.
Let us begin.
Let's go. Here's
You're mine. Gotcha. Leave it to me. Better be prepared.
Okay, we definitely have enough experience now, so we'll to continue on with the rest of the
All
game.
right. Rested and ready.
Take it easy.
The reason for that grind is I do need Joshua to hit level 21 coming up shortly, as that will upgrade his S-Craft to Black Fang, which hits the entire screen, and that's a very useful upgrade for him. So
It's kind of like one of his biggest perks is just a full screen S-Craft. Like I said, they buffed Estelle. Like, her crafts are AoE. They do a lot more, and yet she's still kind of, like, Joshua still kind of outclasses her. All right, so this is an orphanage, and this is Chloe.
hi, Chloe.
Healer.
She is a student at the nearby Royal Genis Academy. She's kind of a pacifist type character, but also like she kind of comes here to the orphanage because she has a very personal attachment to it.
That over there is
That turbo power walk Chloe does is so goofy looking.
Yeah.
so we're finally
I mean, we're rolling with our swords out and are somehow not cutting
For
ourselves.
sightseeing as
She's
well.
been
Joshua's just built different.
This chest looks good.
So she is not, unfortunately, actually in the party yet, though. She is just a guest character, and as we saw back in prologue, that means if she gets knocked out, we lose the fight. So that's going to be a problem for this fight. Please leave Chloe alone. We can't control her. We'll hope she'll keep herself alive.
Oh, I hate it.
I mean, you
this
better
fight.
keep Chloe alive because you won't like what I do to you if she passes out.
We'll try. No
Wow.
promises. Fortunately, Chloe does like to cast healing spells, so she'll heal both herself and us as we get beat up. So thank Chloe. Save us.
Even when she's not in your party, she's still the best healer in the game.
Flower jelly. Keeping Joshua healthy is useful in this fight because he's more likely then to jump in front of the other characters to keep them alive. The boss here just did a heal spell, so effectively wasting his turn. Thank you. This should clean up the minions. I think not quite dead. put one more Storm, and we'll swap over Aqua Bleed. This guy's very weak to magic. Okay, Joshua jumped in front of Chloe there, which was a big deal. She might not have been able to take that magic hit.
Leave it to me.
Now we just spam Aqua Bleed here. Again, this guy's very weak to magic. Are you hitting Chloe? Joshua, thank you. Joshua keeps jumping in front. Chloe got eated, which is fine.
No, it's not fun.
She's fine. She came out. It's fine. It's fine. All right, we got through that one.
Does she need to like dry off now, or?
I mean, I would hope she at least bathes.
Oh,
Ugh.
Once. Okay, let's keep going.
It's so good.
I think she's yelling at the ocean. Does anyone remember what's going on there?
I do now.
She got her her bracer emblem stolen.
Made up my mind.
I
she
think that
has
might
that
be
back
it.
now, doesn't she?
Does she?
Wait,
I
is she
think
complaining about the kid in the village?
maybe that might be it. Yeah.
Anyway, someone is definitely a jerk. New town, new weapons. We bought some skull pendants and a cool necklace.
Should we be talking about Olivia? Should we be talking about Cassius for all you know?
I mean, somebody deserves it.
Oh, for sure. There are so many characters in this series that need a bonk in the head from her staff.
Yes, please.
And most of them are Olivier.
My mind.
Are you insinuating Olivier is the worst person in this franchise?
Not the worst. No.
He wasn't insinuating.
Also
He was
that.
just-
I mean, the first thing he does is hit on Joshua.
Wow, a huge
I'm not gonna call him a patron saint or
I'll
anything.
see something like this just anywhere.
All right.
I mean, he's a patron of something. I don't know about a saint.
He's definitely a patron of the arts. I will give him
Yes.
that.
So
He
here-
worships beauty in all of its forms.
Feels more like a Blue Blonde quote.
So we did pick up skull pendants. Skull pendants are a very useful item or accessory. They will give us 2,000 max HP, which is again more than doubled our HP, and is probably the only reason we can survive the upcoming fights. So thank you, skull pendants.
And Skull Pendant also gives immunity to death blows, right? Or is that only in the original?
That might be Skull Pendant Plus.
I mean, I generally die if I get hit, so I don't pay too much attention to
You know what? That's fair. This is nightmare mode.
So here in the story, maybe this might be who she's talking about as a jerk.
there in a jiffy.
Oh no, so that happens out of sequence. So the orphanage was burned down,
Yep.
and there seems to be signs that this might have been arson rather than just an accident here. So
What we're
Yeah.
which
collecting
suddenly
clues
makes
on
this
right now.
yeah, suddenly makes this a lot more complicated.
So we've got an investigation on our hands now.
Yeah, back in the town, there was a
We should hurry.
kind of scene where we were supposed to stay at the hotel, and then the Duke of the Kingdom of Liberal comes in and basically just takes our hotel room because we were like assigned like a luxury suite because it was like the last open room, and then it kind of plays into the politics of this whole game. The Duke is kind of just a terrible like. He's just a terrible kind of. He's not fit for anything. He's very vain, very selfish, and just uses his position to kind of lord over people. You also meet his retainer, a fellow by the name of Gilbert.
That's the Ruan Mayor's retainer. The Duke's
Yes,
retainer is Philip.
Yeah.
Butler.
So his retainer is Philip. But we do also see Gilbert here. He's trying to, he's trying to serve as the
Mayor's
the
Duke.
Duke.
yeah,
because,
Gilbert's an upstanding man. Nothing wrong with him.
Yeah, he's just a minor side character. We're not going to see too
Yeah.
much of him.
He's he's kind of trying to make sure that everything goes as well as possible for the Duke and everything.
I do have a quick update on our incentives and our bid wars.
Let's go.
We do have a $50 anonymous donation. Thank you very much. And we have $250 from... Who is this? Scottle? Who the hell is this? Anyway, we are more than halfway to the Out of Bounds Glitch exhibition. We're sitting at $447 out of $750. English still leads Japanese by $1, so the voices will remain in English. However, that is a running bid war, which means if you, yes, that's you, the viewer, want to change the voice track, you can donate to supersede the leader. Back to you.
Yeah, so now Chloe has officially joined our party. She gets a whole cutscene where she's like, all right, I'm going to actually fight back. And a lot of the cutscenes, like even characters like Chloe just get a ton of aura. In any case, now we got to just beat up a bunch of these guys here because one of the young boys, the boy who stole Estelle's Bracer emblem, thinks that they were the ones who burned down the orphanage. So he comes rushing here to try and like beat them up and get them to say sorry. But of course, kid doesn't stand a chance. So, and that's kind of what gets Chloe to even fight in the first place, is that, you know, these guys would beat up a poor child, so they're not...
Not good news.
Yeah.
But
Not
the
very
child
good
started it.
She did only join our party as this battle started, so I've had no chance to equip her. So she's just throwing items all this battle, except right now we're actually going to use her S-Craft. Thank you, Chloe. Chloe's S-Craft is incredible. It will heal everyone to full life and gives a shield, much like Earthguard does. So if a fight starts looking rough, which it was right there, we can kind of use that to try to recover and get the fight back under control. I don't like that critical. Okay, thank goodness he missed. Joshua, you're not looking great. Hello, is everyone here? Come on. Okay. I don't like this, but it's my best shot, I think.
Something to kind of note, the HP bonuses used to be like really significant. They're a lot smaller, like 5-7% or something like that.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, they changed the way a lot of these bonuses work. They're not quite as big in a lot of these instances.
It's still very nasty if a boss gets an HP regen, though. Especially with how inflated HP numbers are on Nightmare mode.
Still better than getting like 50% HP bonus.
God, yeah. The later games would get really, really mean with HP bonuses.
Okay, that was bad. They just healed a ton. I'm not sure we're going to get out of this, unfortunately. Okay. We'll try it, though.
It's Ravens. It happens.
Yeah, with the Stout down, we're dead. So let's do this one again. On the top.
And the death blow finisher. Just for, wow.
For speed.
No holding back. Leave it to me.
So unfortunately, yeah, they just damage did not line up well, and then they did get the heal off. So while we were close to the end of the battle, we were not able to close it out there.
Yeah, the Ravens are very annoying in both versions because they can heal and revive each other. So even if you get them down to just one alive, they can just run over and res one of the downed ones.
Yeah, we don't care for the Ravens.
I've been mentioning the way that the turn bonuses carry with characters. If you cast an art while your character has a crit turn, the crit turn is preserved until they actually cast. You don't need to like time when they cast onto that crit turn.
I just noticed that. That is really handy. That was something that would always frustrate me with older games. Like, you would get a crit on the turn you're going to cast an art because it takes one turn to cast and one turn to release. So you're just wasting the crit.
I mean, you also had like the old Trails games. Like, if you had a buff that lasted 3 turns and you cast a spell, that would take away 2 of those turns. One for starting the spell and one for actually casting it.
We need to see when they enter rage mode and what they do with that. Okay, we need to immediately get our HP back up after surviving one of those hits. Thank you, Chloe, but looking much better.
Chloe's
this time
S-Craft's
around.
just a, what,
Okay,
full team
we got
heal?
this.
Full team heal plus
Okay,
a
Raven's
scaling earth guard. So if you're at like 160 CP, it's 1300. Like it does have that additional 10% scale. All right.
Nice.
Oh,
now
cool.
can
We
actually
give
equip
Chloe
stuff.
gear. Much better. Joey will help out a ton here.
Yay.
Feels like cheating, flipping people.
We're going to leave it on. It's fine.
Yes, should I brush up on my proper greeting?
All right.
Why, hello.
So we've been rolling everywhere with Joshua and not Estelle, because Estelle actually rolls slow. Joshua rolls fast. Chloe, though, actually also rolls fast. So we'll finally give Joshua a break here and have Chloe roll around for a bit. Joshua's probably getting a little dizzy there.
Kinda, huh? Speaking of,
We're going to make a small detour here to pick up some items. I don't think I mentioned this. The quartz I've been putting on, they have like different colors on them. And the colors, as you stack them up, is what actually indicates which arts you're getting, which spells you're able to cast. So I'm picking up that quartz right there for the colors it has on it. And we'll be using that shortly. I'll explain more at that point when I put it on and start using all those colors for things.
I mean, 7 colors, 7 slots, 7 cats, 7 kits, 7 wives. When are we getting to say dives?
Yeah,
Yeah, 8
that.
party
Lost
members.
me again.
Let's go.
So Joshua just stole everything.
Exactly.
Like, his
what's
S-Graphs
happening.
just steals enemy perks. It's so silly.
So yeah, S-Graphs will always steal bonuses, and so this is why I wanted Joshua to have his screen wide one in 200, 400. Great, our SEP numbers are looking good.
Let's go.
Oh, in the wrong place. So by having him just go ahead and hit everyone on the screen there, I'm very, very likely to get a double step turn bonus, which is what we hit, and then have him do his arrow. Have Chloe clock up the XM so we can immediately Arrow Storm to take advantage of it and give us a big pile of Sepith so we can unlock the final court slot for Chloe.
Yeah, so court slots just, that's how you equip additional courts. Those give you additional stat bonuses, elemental values to get you the spells that you want. Also, when you open one up, it increases max
EP.
max
EP.
EP. And but there are also elemental individual slots. It's kind of one of the few perks to Estelle is that her she's like the only character in basically this entire series with a completely neutral arts line or courts line. The problem is the way it splits up means that it's really hard for her to get like really high level spells.
Yeah. The issue with balancing quartz lines is that for higher level spells, you want everything to all be on one line so that you can combine elemental values, because getting high elemental values from your quartz is what gets you those high level spells. But if, like Estelle, your ornament line has a lot of different lines to it, it's harder to get everything that you need.
But here we have a single straight line, and I put on the Sweet Aroma or Scent quartz, which has all these colors on it. And anyway, by doing all of that, Chloe just got basically every spell in the game,
Yeah.
which is why I went through all this shenanigans.
That's what makes Chloe one of the best casters in the trilogy.
Yeah, the trade-off is she's locked to 2 blue slots, which those are useful because one of them is mine, which is increase arts damage.
Yeah, so you're
like,
going to want that on Chloe anyway.
Yeah, it's a lot better than it was in FC, where like
She had
she had
3.
she had 3,
quartz
and I
slots.
don't think like ATS Up wasn't in blue in the original, right?
I don't.
Or in water.
Not sure about that, but there wasn't also like
mine was
water attack spells either.
There weren't water
changed
attack
it around.
spells, and healing magic didn't actually scale in the original.
Yeah, it was
They
just a
also-
flat number.
They've
Yeah.
also kind of changed around where things are. Like, there's, heal your party is like a water spell here, but it becomes breath in later games. Increasing arts became like a mirage, a white colored quartz, whereas it's blue here. So here we are in Genesis Royal Academy, where
Actually, one thing. The reason I got all those spells on Chloe is that gave us one the achievement, so I just turned in all those rewards there. That got me the Fury Quartz, which is a really big deal. Well, we just put that on Estelle. The lower her HP, the more damage she will do with magic attacks, like Arrow Storm. So, yeah, we're going to kind of like when Estelle gets low on HP going forward here.
But I thought we were gonna get one shot.
Good news, we'll figure it out. Good news, Nightmare Mode, our HP drops pretty regularly. We don't have to do anything to make that happen. Hey, Professor.
I love that there are no bullying strats in this run now.
so there's kind of like a big old festival going on here at the Royal Genesis Academy. You're supposed to do a whole bunch of stuff here, and it's kind of like this little moment of Estelle and Joshua just being high schoolers for a little bit. You kind of just figure out a whole bunch of places on the academy, including this very strange old school house. But yeah, it's just a whole bunch of sequences here. Estelle's kind of beginning to notice that there's something amiss with Joshua, and that's kind of come up more and more as this game goes on. Because, I mean, she only ever met the kid when he was 11. There is a lot behind him, and she basically says, at some point I want you to tell me when you're ready, but, until then, we're just going to be, partners.
Which kind of the party banter that was just going on there is continuing to build on that. But yeah, it's a really nice scene that goes on all through at that school moment. And again, another one of those good kind of lower the tension moments before things are about to pick up again.
Yeah. The game is really good at just letting the characters be characters for a while.
I mean, everyone in these games, it's kind of fun. Like as things go on, you start to see like each character has like their own unique dynamics with everyone that they hang out with. Maybe not like everybody, but a good amount of characters.
Just trying to advantage those criticals when we have them.
Here goes.
All right, Josh. I bought 40 Royal Crepes. They are very, very useful items. They provide 2 stacks of both strength and magic up, and a pretty decent amount of healing. So we'll be eating those at the start of almost every fight coming up here.
Dang, I could go for breakfast right now.
2.5 hours, my friend.
Same guy as we saw before, so he's very weak to water magic, so we'll be throwing some aqua bleeds here. Or some blue impacts from Chloe.
Something actually I've neglected to mention is enemies can, I think, be up to like 300% weak to stuff in this game as opposed to 200 in the original.
Oh, 200 on this guy, which I think is the max in this one, but...
I think there's some that are 300.
Oh, okay.
Maybe I'm thinking of... Okay, the game I played most recently was Horizon. So I'm trying to make sure I
sounds
remember
about
which
right.
Yeah.
trails I've played, yeah.
Many mechanics show up in all the games, but yeah, with slight variations on them, so...
It's kind of a neat little thing that the Trails games do is that not only does enemies, often have like weaknesses and resistances, but like it's kind of differing, which is nice. Like some enemies might be like 40% weak to earth and then like double weak to water. So it's like even if you don't have water arts that are any good on your party, you can still use like the earth arts for like a bit of enhanced damage.
Yeah, it's less of a guessing game and less do you have the thing.
All right, last time we had to run down this path. By the way, we did this 3 times, but we're done.
Yay!
Yay, we did it.
Why? I really wish we could just fast
It builds
forward that.
tension. We have to run down it manually.
If I want attention, I'll play Dragon Quest VIII.
Damn.
Zing.
Set you up.
That was pretty good.
It was good.
Everybody gets one.
Is he telling us to follow?
So here we have Agate once again.
We're finding out through party banter that he is such a good bracer, he can understand bird.
Oh yeah, so that's kind of a thing to mention. So Chloe has a white hawk as her not her pet, he's her friend, her assistant, and his name is Sieg. He is not nearly as unbalanced as he was in the original Trails.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
Yeah, so Chloe has a craft called Klopfer. It is ridiculously powerful for what it is in the original. It has since been nerfed, although I believe it's AoE in this game.
Yeah, in the original, it's a cornerstone of your offensive strategy, especially late in the game. Without it, you just get shredded by the late game bosses.
So here we're going to climb this lighthouse and deal with a whole bunch of these punk ruffians from the docks area.
So again, we'll be leaning on our ability to have Agate. He can do Wild Rage, give himself back craft points, and clock up the X to just keep giving him turns after he does S crafting.
Yeah, while they rages. How much does the HP cost here?
20%?
Only oh, that's
Really?
It's only 20%,
yeah.
and I think he can't actually drop to 0 in this version.
Wow.
Wow.
That's
He can.
Oh, still 20.
Maybe it's still very good.
20% is nothing.
Yeah,
I mean, what-
Yeah,
which is why I'm just spamming it here. It's
There was something about it that I've known people to say it rivals Shara's reset your character's turn craft for most broken thing in this game.
yeah, especially at such a low cost. It's going to be incredible.
It is kind of funny. Wild Rage is either the lifeline of your offensive strategy or you absolutely never want to use it. It depends on the game.
Do need to watch how these guys spread out. It has good range, but will not hit the entire screen. So if enemies spread out poorly, we will not be able to hit all of them with these S crafting.
Sorry, but we'll have to take you down.
So Agate, who was originally in league with the Raven Bandits, is noticing that there's something that's not quite right with these guys. And we'll learn more about it once we reach the top of the lighthouse.
I think you tend to find with bracers in this series, is a lot of them have histories of being kind of ruffians themselves. I mean, Agate literally, but even Shara had she was kind of a part of a traveling circus in her youth. Just a wandering job. And then kind of eventually, became a bracer and more or less like Estelle's adoptive older sister.
So again, we just open most fights here with Royal Grapes, get our stat boosts out, and then start throwing out the attacks.
I want you to know I have a blow 'em away counter, and I think I've way undershot it.
Oh, that's what you wanted to keep track of. I'm sorry.
I have 6 things I am keeping track of.
Oh, boy.
Wow. Why do you do this to yourself? At
Because
3
it's
and 4?
funny. You'll enjoy some of the ones that I show you after stream.
I very much believe I will enjoy these.
It's making me self-conscious because, like, every time I say something that I think might be getting counted, I just look at the camera to see if you're tallying on your whiteboard.
Joke's on you. That's one of the things we're counting. You suspect what we're counting.
All right, some of the fights we're going into here are going to be even more of a slog, and fights have already been a bit of that, so we're going to have to get these EP Cut 2s on so that we can keep basically spamming Aerostorm. So getting ready here for the Special Ops fight. Okay, fine opening to that. I want Chloe's turn coming up, so let's go and clock up her.
This is the first time we hear the big boss theme in the game.
Yeah, like you're the one actually fighting. Please, say no more.
So, as usual, get buffs going and then start throwing out damage here. We did have Chloe do her aura ability, which will let us recover HP as we take turns, which does a really good job of offsetting the HP loss from Wild Rage. So we can spam even more Wild Rage. Thank Chloe. Nice free craft point turn. We'll go ahead and heal here as well with just some items.
Buck Up EX particularly synergizes well with stuff that happens passively on a turn, especially CP regen.
Yeah, they must have went through special training.
Doesn't matter. We're gonna make him eat floor.
Make meat floor.
Come to find out, Agata's like kind of a nice guy. He's just the most tsundere about it possible.
That tends to be a case for a lot of Falcom bad boys.
Yep.
If he does go down here, which is possible, we still have Chloe's S-Craft to fall back on, so we should be alright. Oh, now Chloe goes down.
Well, you don't have that anymore.
We'll see how we play with that.
Yeah, so when you're knocked out, and even if you're revived with 0 CP, so that is very unfortunate.
Yeah,
It is
terrible.
very punishing.
Save us Fury, maybe? I know, it still took no damage. Okay, sure.
Well, there's a little.
Now, Joshua, why are you sealed? Okay, good. He unsealed. Okay, we got it. We got it. What are you? Sealed 1? Okay. That's fine. Wow, he took 2 turns there. Okay, I should have dropped turbo turns, but never punished. We're fine.
Just as planned.
Oof.
Nightmare, everyone.
Never punished. I've seen you borrowed from the lexicon of the GhostKumo.
This is calming. Take it easy.
We'll definitely take 2 naps here as we need to really heal up after that fight. And we're getting ready to go right into the final battle here of Chapter 2.
If you get shot, just take a nap. You'll be perfectly fine.
Hey, it works for me.
You kind of find out
You've been shot?
There's a lot of things you don't know about me, sir.
So there's like this conspiracy that's been going on in town. It's kind of like the whole thing with what's going on with the orphanage. Along the way, we meet a mysterious white-haired figure who seems to elicit some sort of reaction out of Joshua. But here we're going to visit the mayor because we actually find out that the mayor had, in fact, had a hand in all of this, trying to burn the orphanage down to try and, I forget exactly what, like set up real estate.
Yeah, it was like a luxury condo development.
Yeah.
And these are his dogs.
Yes.
The strategy for this was really funny in the original. I'm excited to see what Klopfer does here.
Do you want to do it blindfolded?
No.
Nah, it doesn't work quite this way in this fully 3D space.
Rip.
When you didn't have a grid system.
So we actually have Joshua here set up to let me go fast. With the Sweet Aroma or Scent Quartz, which is going to have him draw additional aggro.
What was the camera doing there?
It's because I have Joshua crammed into this corner, because again, he's drawing aggro. I really hope the dogs pile up on top of him and then actually get confused because they can't actually get close to him anymore with him standing in the corner and waste their turn. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, so enemy positioning, like the little circle around them, like they can't overlap on things. Like you can't like walk through stuff. So you can kind of mess with things. Like this was also true back when this game was like a grid and these enemies had big, you know, hitboxes, but it kind of carries over here that it's just like, you can really mess with their ability to actually do stuff by just positioning in corners or having something just body block them.
I'll be your opponent. Let us begin.
I also put a lot of additional evade here on Joshua, as these guys, a lot of their attacks will take off evade, take off our foresight. So I need to keep an eye that Joshua, you draw off the foresight there. We'll see if he dies. Oh, and we picked him up. It's fine. He's all right. He'll walk it off.
Yeah, so one of your little actions that you can do is bring like one of your party members will be like, get back up and help them get back up at low HP. And that keeps them from all their craft points.
Ugh, double crit.
So with Estelle down there, we definitely do have to just kind of reset this fight. So that's fine. Chloe lets us do that without having to actually truly reset the fight. We'll just go ahead and use her S-Craft there and get right back into this, hopefully.
Chloe is kind of infamous as like almost a crutch because she
Yeah.
she hits like a truck already, although with the limitations of her quartz, but just has a get out of bad situation free card as long as she's not dead. And I used her to get through probably the most immediately rough fight in my playthrough of second chapter as a result.
I mean, Chloe is absolutely used in speedruns for pretty much the entire trilogy for that exact purpose.
The unfortunate part with having to pick up Estelle like that is she again has the Fury Quartz on. We actually purposely came into this battle with her at half HP by unequipping the Skull Pendant and then putting it back on to really have her do the ton of damage. But it looks like our damage numbers are still lining up fine and we'll get through this. Oof, that was
Nice.
gross.
Okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, if we are... Thank you. If we're fortunate in there, we'll just keep Estelle at very low HP totals and Fury will just let her like do... I don't know, 80% of the damage of the entire team there and get us through those. But yeah, we made it through. We'll take it.
Madrigal of the White Flower. It's white magnolia, these uncultured swine.
Yeah, so the end of the scene there, we try to chase after the mayor on a motorboat. And before any of that happens, a giant airship from like the Royal Army comes in, intercepts the mayor. They know that he was the one responsible for all these terrible things, so he gets like a military arrest. And a lot of cutscenes kind of hint that Chloe is a far more important figure in Liberal than just a student at an academy and somebody related to a a matron at or somebody with connection to a matron at an orphanage.
Sadly, the mayor does not walk on water in this version.
Yeah.
Oh, but thankfully, like that's one of the cutscenes where in the original, if you're using turbo, it will soft lock every time.
Oh no.
So.
And unfortunately with the new chapter though, Chloe will be leaving the party, which
No.
is bad because as you saw, she can save us from fights going off the rails. So we'll miss her.
So here we are getting into the second mine area, the tunnels,
This is like the third, right?
I suppose.
Ready at any time.
Anyways, this is called the tunnel. It is on the way to the factory town of Zeiss, which is like the engineering capital of Liberal. Liberal is like a relatively small country, nestled just south of like the massive empire of Erebonia, and to the northeast is also the even more massive Republic of Calvert. So its position geopolitically is a little bit tenuous, and that's kind of like a big thing that comes up with the story of this game. But one thing that it does to separate itself amongst the others is it has very state-of-the-art engineering in a lot of ways. Now, that's going to change over the course of this series because technology changed in the real world as things changed in this series. And technology advances extremely fast in the Trail series, but what Liberal had ahead of anyone else was airships.
Yep.
Which is a pretty big deal.
That's pretty much the main reason Liberal has been able to survive as a state for as long as it has. And as you'll learn later in this game, they were very, very close to being wiped out completely.
Yeah, there's a lot of importance of diplomacy, and we have the ability to make things that nobody else yet has, and they have to kind of like pay them for it or for the technology.
So we did just meet Tita here, who will be our companion for this chapter. And then Tita, being a small child, we realized we probably shouldn't have let her run off into this monster-filled cave on her own. But we're wrong. She's totally fine. As we'll see right here, is this one battle we'll have to do. She'll take care of it more or less by herself. Thanks, Tita.
I've been seeing this character in my nightmares lately.
I don't know why you'd say that.
Oh, shut up, you.
So Tita also has a fast roll, much like Joshua, but it's somewhat a bit louder, so we'll generally still have Joshua rolling around here. But yeah, Tita is our like genius mechanic character, so she'll like the big orbital cannon you maybe saw her fire in that battle there. She built it herself, and that's what will let her basically keep up with the rest of us in combat.
So can Tita hold her own in this version, or is she still kind of a liability?
She's more useful.
She's
a
more
little more
useful.
useful.
So
That pause says
Yeah.
so much.
she gets knocked down very easy, but she has very, very powerful both utility and actually she mainly is good as a utility character, both with being able to do status ailments and healing the party.
Except there's not a joke dialogue line for when you go up and down the long
Oh,
escalator
wrong,
like there
yeah.
is in Cold Steel 1.
There's no Master Reen for us.
New town, new weapons.
Yeah, so Tita is very, very young and innocent, but she is like the granddaughter of this. I'm like brain farting on his name. Professor Russell.
And he's like the foremost scientific authority in all of Liberl. He is
Yeah.
behind a ton of its scientific innovations, especially here at the Zeiss Central Factory.
Yeah, he was one of like part of the big lores. He was one of the one of like 3 big disciples, along with 2 others, of this the guy who basically brought the Zemuria
Technological-
The orbital revolution,
Yeah.
all
Yeah.
the orbital energy, how they power everything.
A fellow by the name of Professor Epstein. Unfortunate naming. We won't say anything more about that. But
You can just call him the Einstein of this
yes.
world.
Also, this is the Bracer Guild of Zeiss here, run by one Kilika who got a massive glow up following the original Trails in the Sky trilogy, and still is just total bae.
Did not mean to read that.
This guy's been telling me in DMs for the last few years about the characters he really enjoys.
Dude, she is stunning.
It's amazing to think. That conveyor.
Don't forget the gas can, because if you fast travel away from here, you have to come back, unfortunately.
He really is an amazing guy, isn't he?
By the way, so we did meet up with Professor Russell and showed him we have like a strange ornament or something, and asked him to look at it. And when he did so, he knocked all the power out in town, which if you saw one of the guys there in the factory, he was having a really bad day because of that. Our fault, sorry.
Like inside the factory ship.
We do have some new shopping we can do here, so pick up Mine 3 and Attack 3, and upgrade some more things.
Yes, please.
Please come again.
And menuing here, we'll set up Estelle to really be our caster character, Mine 3, for the upcoming battle.
Peek.
With Fury, she really can be doing a lot of damage, and so we're going to be leaning on that heavily in some of these very challenging battles coming up.
Estelle's relative underpowered stats are kind of balanced out by the fact that you have her for the entire game, and so you have the entire game to build around her, and that's why you've been putting all of those stat boosters on her, I would imagine.
Exactly. So we're giving her all those stat boosters, and she basically has all of our like highest tiered quartz at this point, and all that coupled together with the Fury quartz is really going to let her. Basically, our next major fight, she's going to do almost all of the damage in it if things go right. And if they don't go right, we'll die. So please go right.
That's Nightmare.
Nightmare.
Okay, so GK, if Kilika is a babe, then what's Tita here?
Usually see the hot
She's a cinnamon roll.
Cinnamon roll.
Do we have a cinnamon roll on the couch?
We have a cinnamon roll.
Oh,
She's
I
a
clicked the wrong thing.
Tita and Mishi can be together on the couch.
Oh,
Tio is so jealous.
No way you were waiting for 2 hours just to make that goddamn joke.
no comments.
Bro,
no
we have the
comments.
cinnamon roll. Our precious cinnamon roll. Do not take her away from us.
Oh, yeah.
You say that as if you're not just going to eat it after this.
No, we're going to breakfast after this, remember?
But you eat cinnamon rolls at breakfast. Why are you giving it to me?
I need you to defend our cinnamon roll.
Do you not want the cinnamon roll? You're such an ungrateful father.
I'm a father.
Congratulations.
Enjoy the cinnamon roll, I think.
I'm just waiting for the shepherd's cane to just yoink us off.
Let's stay cautious.
Okay, so what the hell is going on, Klopfer?
So we showed up, Tita's fixing the hot spring pump, and then we found out Dorothy's here, and we were really worried about her because Dorothy gets into trouble all the time. So we're saving her from all these animals here.
Yeah, I remember this fight.
Yeah, fortunately we have done our soap and wing to give ourselves foresight, and then we blinded all these enemies, and those things do stack, so they have zero chance to hit us now. We are just doing our damage to clean up the fight. They can't do anything to us at this point, which is good because we have to protect Dorothy.
I think I had a Sky FC run back in the day where the dogs immediately killed Dorothy before I even got a turn. And mind you, we run Sky FC on easy mode.
So here we are over at Elmo Village. It's a little village. It's got a bunch of hot springs.
Really thought you were going to say a bunch of Muppets.
Bunch of Muppets?
Now I'm kind
Elmo.
of. I do kind of wish I asked
Okay,
Drumboardist. Kind of wish I'd asked Drumboardist for his Kermit plush now. If we're going with the visual gags, may as well.
I'm looking forward
Yeah, no, we all have our visual gag except for you. Come on.
I have the board here.
I am excited for that at the end.
were the friends we made along the way.
Shut up, you.
All right, on our way back to Zeiss, we'll bump into Zin here. Any comments on that?
Wait, don't you mean Zane?
Don't you mean Jin?
So we bump into Zin on our way back here. I will see him more later on in this chapter. That's a lot of smoke coming out of this building. That's probably not good. We should look into that.
That's just a new invention, camel lights.
For context, this game has a very, well, this series in general has a very convoluted and tumultuous localization history. Jin's original name was Zane in the PSP version of Sky FC, which was changed to Jin.
It was changed
for
to
the PC
Zin,
games.
and then they changed it to Jin.
Well, it was Zin, but it was always supposed to be pronounced Jin,
Yeah,
presumably.
it was always Jin, but it was never actually voiced until later in the series. But then when Sky First Chapter came around, they didn't get the memo, so they pronounce it Zin here.
Yeah, there is a lot of
They did pronounce agate correctly. and I
this
will
this
give
franchise. This franchise has had,
Speaking
I
of
want to say, like
it's back.
5 different companies that have done localization on it. There just
Yep.
are some inevitable inconsistencies.
Yeah, like it's kind of a miracle that for as long as they had it, up until this game, the series had the same voice recording studio and same voice director, Valerie Aram, for all of the first 13 games in the series. So there was remarkable consistency in that regard. But for Sky First Chapter, they went with a different studio with a different director, and some things did get lost in translation.
Yeah, they still had, I mean, they still kept basically most of the voice cast between them. There are a couple recasts of, like, relatively minor characters, but, like, the English cast is remarkably consistent with, at the very least, the latest voiced role that they had.
Yeah.
Like, because, I mean, Tita in the original Sky had a different voice actress. There was, like, a later reappearance. She was voiced by Brianna Knickerbocker, who now voices her in this game. Also known as, also she did the voice of Donna in Ys 8, so Falcom fans are very familiar with her in English.
There's another character with a similar situation who you will not meet in this game, but there was a similar situation where she had one voice actor in the original version of Sky, and then she got older and was recast to match, and now the new voice actress voices the younger version of her.
All right, so up to the 3rd tower here.
We have Viz set up before we head up that, though, as I need to get ready for this very challenging fight at the top of the tower.
How many towers can there be in this country?
4.
Tetra
I would guess 4.
Tetris.
Did they actually name them as the Tetrix?
Yeah, Tetris.
Yes.
Yeah, that's always.
I mean, in this-
they've always
They
referred.
even
No,
said,
they have,
even
yeah.
said that
Okay.
in this version, yeah. I think. Yeah.
It's always been a name for them. It just wasn't as prominent in the original.
Right, the Tetris towers.
Yes, Tetra means 4. Why do you think all the Tetris pieces have 4 squares?
Why do you think they're called tetrominoes?
Oh. Anyway, so we set up our party for this upcoming battle. We've given Estelle 2 proxy puppets. Proxy puppets are a very useful accessory that if you die, they'll blow up in your place. So Estelle can die 2 times in this battle without, being dead. We also gave Joshua a bunch of Earth Quartz, so now he can cast Earth Wall, the next Earth spell.
Does she also preserve her craft points when you when she dies with a proxy puppet, just a regular proxy puppet?
Sometimes.
That
What do you mean
doesn't sound very
sometimes?
How could it be sometime?
Well, I seem to remember like later games have like proxy puppets that actually not only preserve but actually give you craft points.
That's what they say they do in this game. They lie. They sometimes do it, and sometimes they don't, and sometimes your buffs stay, and
That might be a
sometimes they
that
don't.
might be a bug of Turbo or something.
That's possible. I'm only playing Turbo, so sometimes it works out the way I hope it will.
Turbo still does some jank things. Horizon, it very infamously creates a soft lock on certain fights.
Alright. So our goal here is to get Estelle low on HP, so Fury will have her doing a ton of damage. Why don't you throw it a S-Craft as well? That seems useful. Good, that's low enough. We can work with that. And then what we're going to do is cast Earth Wall here. So now if she eats another counter attack, she won't actually get hit and get knocked down.
How big is Earthfall?
It's
1,000.
it's
still one-
it blocks an attack. Just
Oh, it's-
blocks
oh,
Oh,
Right,
Earth
okay.
Wall. Okay, yeah, it's still just what it did as just what it did before.
Yeah. So if she gets counterattacked here, it will do nothing and she'll be okay. Which just is what happened. I'm going to do a water. Let's get the Earth Wall up again on her, so she'll be able to cast another spell. And this lets me keep. Okay, she kept her buffs. We're okay.
It is no longer as cheap as it used to be. It is, even with all the EP reduction, it is 144 EP. So
You do also have to be careful because since it only blocks one attack, if the attack you want to block is hidden after some other smaller move, you can get your Earth Wall removed by a small attack and then tank that big attack at full strength.
But yeah, Earthfall was definitely the only way I was able to beat Nightmare of these games on the original version.
It's the only way you could beat the FC speedrun. We spam that like our lives depend on it because they do.
I better do something.
Cool. So we are often seeing both Joshua and Agate jump in front of Estelle here. That's part of the benefit of her being on such low HP. It seems to more likely trigger that. And so, were they dead? Good work, Fury.
Woo!
That fight is always scary since my strategy is just sit at no HP on Estelle and hope she doesn't die. But it worked out.
I mean, we only lost one proxy puppet.
Yeah, we had one backup to go, and we kept Earthwall up. Good point. Because she's just doing so much damage there, we do also get a break pretty early on, and they will not counterattack inside of that. So that really lets us kind of just keep spamming those arrow storms with the no HP Estelle. Their counterattacks really do hurt, which is why I want to do as few attacks as possible, and so we do this Estelle strategy. Mr. Agate is poisoned, so we're going to try to help him out here by getting an antidote for that.
Yeah, Agate literally took a bullet for Tita at the end of that last fight, and it was a poisoned bullet, so, as if he didn't have it rough enough. We do get Jin to try and help us find a cure.
Yeah, so Jin is to reference one Yakuza 0, a massive man. He is very bulky, very powerful. He's like a master of like an Eastern martial art. I'm blanking. I think it's like Taito.
That sounds about right.
That
Sounds right.
Taito or
Something like that.
Tanto.
Yeah, just extremely powerful, skilled bracer. So, quite useful. Even he gets some moments of aura in this game. It's so cool. Like some of the additional cutscenes they have of just like how they introduce characters in certain scenes is just super cool.
Yeah, my experience learning the trilogy definitely made me sweeten on Jin a little bit. I have been converted to the Church of the Thunder God.
At least
All that on the way here.
not as potent as he is in SC.
No.
His bracer nickname is the Immovable, so we have set him up as our tank for the coming section, giving him that sweet aroma quartz and the cool necklace, so he can dodge a lot. And so hopefully he'll just draw out the aggro, not die, and also really hopefully not get confused, because then he will beat us up, and we don't like that.
Yeah, we really kind of see the multinational nature of Erebonia, even as far back as this game, because Jin is he's from he traces from to the Far East, and Calvert is kind of like a very multicultural country that has, it has the many people who moved there from the Far East because of a whole bunch of franchise lore that's far too deep to get into beyond the scope of this run. And then there's also Olivier, we find out, is from Erebonia. So you kind of see like a little bit of, you know, several people from several different places all over here.
So you think Zin's any good at
Giant
hockey?
penguin. It's a penguin, parentheses, an evil penguin.
Must be Pittsburgh.
I love that line.
Wow.
Shut up.
Come on, man. I got eliminated in 6 games. In the
Hopefully we
first
can
round.
eliminate these penguins as easily.
Now I'm just feeling pain about.
I'm sorry.
Again.
So this fight is actually really dangerous because the big penguin boss there, when he enters his rage mode, we haven't talked too much about rage mode. When they get low on HP, they go in rage mode. He'll do an attack that will kill everyone.
Look, man.
Well, that's
Just
pretty,
period.
that's pretty powerful.
So we need to work around that. What we're going to try to do is get everyone, including Tita, to have the strength. Are you confused? Don't kill me. We can work with that with Tita. Get everyone to have a strength buff, and then vital. Sorry, 1 second. I need to check stats. Everyone will have their strength buffs up. We will then try to get him into the broken phase, and while he's broken, have everyone launch their S-Craft, and hopefully that will kill him before he unbreaks and murders all of us. That's our plan.
Ready at any time. Let us begin.
Start with this. I do need everyone to have strength up here, so I'm just kind of managing that. He brought in backup, which is okay. I need to find his break points. Okay, we'll work with that. Okay, sure, you're out. Nothing that useful to do. Just make sure you don't drop out of strength.
I keep forgetting to take count of that.
Wait, keep count of what?
Blow him away.
Oh,
You're gonna
It's a
bang
lot.
I heard
It's
I
good
heard it
luck.
so often in the practice room. I'm like, I gotta keep track of it.
All right, so we're going for it now. He is broken.
Orido Bandana?
And just, yeah, I think we got this. Yeah, good. He's down. Okay.
Still having an AoE S-Craft is so nice in this game.
It really is.
Boy, Klopfer sure loves impulse cannon.
It's not indicative.
I'm
of
not sure what you're
anything.
talking about. It's just very useful ability.
That might be a thing relevant later in the... I don't know. We'll see.
It's not that cheap.
Stun cannon too. It seems really good.
That's not even in this one.
Oh. Oops.
Anyway, so we did go ahead and get the medicine. Unfortunately, it will take him time to recover. So we are down just Joshua and Estelle here as we go out and exploring. And there's a monster hunt to do over there, but we really don't want to do that. So we'll just stick really close to this wall and avoid it. Because, yeah, we couldn't win that fight with only these 2 characters. That would be absolutely miserable.
You mentioned they keep a lot of the things faithful to this remake. There's actually a really cute, like, additional quest they added with Tita, like, for, like, because she's off separated from her parents who are kind of off just engineering in various different parts of the world. So she makes, like, a little gift for them, and it's really cute. You get there's relatively minor new content to this. It's largely the same as the original FC in terms of narrative, but they were very tasteful in their decisions of things to add.
Yeah.
Hey, that's the name of our host.
Shut your trap.
Is that how you pronounce it?
oh, Sank time. Okay, that explains so much.
Stay on guard.
That was a small detour. We went over there to pick up our fast travel point, which we'll need at the start of next chapter. And then we came back here to head to our actual objective and pick up a Zerum capsule, or Zerum powder, Zerum item, I forget which. Those items are great. They are ways to, inside a battle, restore our craft points, and I've been stockpiling them all for the final dungeon.
Yeah, they restore either 100 or 200, which, so just a single use means we can immediately do another S-Craft.
Yeah, so here's Lyston Forest. Basically just a big old military fortress that we will be coming back to later because it has its own unique theme, and anything with its own unique theme is probably somewhere you're going to go multiple times.
That way, we can rest at the hot springs, and doing so immediately gives us 200 craft points, so we only have to rest once, and we can skip the cutscene of resting there, so it's even faster.
Wait, you mean Reen was actually onto something with all those hot springs?
You knew what he was talking about. I'm a believer. All right. Tita is actually going to join us on this final part of the mission for this chapter.
Yeah, so her grandfather got basically got kidnapped. Agate, of course, was indisposed for a while. So what we're gonna do is actually sneak into Lyston Fortress. But by using an orbital detection jammer. We're going to cram into a box, have this device, because they have, like, you know, I guess orbital rays. Everything in this series is orbital. That's the name of the technology. And
Everyone in the box.
they hide in the box, and they like their orbital rays detectors detect nothing suspicious in there, other than like a cat. And so that's how we're able to sneak into.
Yeah,
this
they put the cat in there on purpose as a fake out.
I thought the cat just like saved our butts by accident.
No, they put it.
It's
Well, I mean,
all
it was an
planned.
it was an option. It was a contingency that they added.
I cannot believe they left the cat behind.
Yeah, so we snuck into this fortress, eluding detection here, because we need to find Professor Russell, because, you know,
Sadly,
somebody
Kumo
we
doesn't
cannot
get to
leave.
play this.
Yeah, he's kind of somebody we can't exactly leave in the hands of the baddies. So
Yeah.
these special ops here are kind of like a secret. They're supposed to be like a secret part of like the government, but they seem to be strangely hostile.
Yeah, there's some element of this government agency that's compromised in some way, and we're trying to figure out why,
I mean,
because
we
they're
did
doing
just-
very weird
We
things.
did just sneak onto a government military base. I'm pretty sure this is what happens.
You're not supposed to do that?
I mean,
I
I'm
mean-
told it can be bad for your health.
Not without good reason. You know, like if you're stealing candy from a baby.
Is that a good
A
reason?
good reason. Okay, okay.
We go into a military base to find a baby to steal candy.
I mean, you know, maybe they have like a box of milk duds or something.
Fun things happen at 4 in the morning on RPG Limit Break.
I'm trying not to break these guys too early, so I'm actually going to hold off on doing that critical break there. Good, got them stunned. This is looking good. We'll launch this out. Good, still hitting the boat. I'm going to try to just kill them here while they're broken, so let's go ahead and get that impulse cannon out. Follow-up attacks. And hello, are you guys? How fast can you get this out? Amazing. He dead. All right, nice. Good and clean.
Nice.
Ooh.
That fight's usually not terribly dangerous, but it can go slow if they split up. So I actually form like kind of a diamond around them, and that seems to encourage them to stay grouped together.
I love how in the original run, you just death blow them in 5 seconds, and then in this run, you are on Nightmare, and they have 90,000 health apiece.
We got free BP for free because that was basically a stealth section.
Yeah, the stealth is very forgiving.
By the way, this is the final part of this chapter, so our last chance to have Tita in the lead, so we'll let her roll, even though it's a loud roll.
Kind of an important thing we also, so we're going to just sneak out of the fortress here. A thing we didn't mention, the name of the chapter, the Black Orbment. There is an object called the Black Orbment, which is a mysterious object. We don't really know what happens. They try to like cut it through with a buzzsaw, and that causes it to activate and just shuts everything down, like all orbital technology around down, in a very bizarre incident that
Here's a reward.
kind of goes to show there's something really serious and big that the Black Orbment is for. I can't remember if they actually if that has anything to do with why they kidnap him
Yes.
in the plot.
I
But yeah,
love reading.
They kidnap Professor Russell because they want him to research the Black Orbment for them. You might have noticed that we just started the final chapter. You might also notice that there is 1 hour and 15 minutes left in the estimate.
yeah, it's a lengthy
The
chapter.
final chapter is a doozy. There's a lot going on in this one. It really does cleanly kind of break down into almost 2 whole parts of a chapter and then a big, very action-packed finale.
Let's go.
Yeah, so we
Yeah.
set this warp point all the way to Songtime Gate earlier. This is going to allow us to go to Grand Cell, which is the capital area of Blue Pearl.
We have to be stealthy about it, though, because since we broke into a government facility, the government is on the lookout for us. But we get saved by Professor Alba, who gives us an alibi that we can use to sneak through the border and make our way to Grancel.
Oh, what a nice guy.
Yeah,
I guess he's
just such a good, morally upstanding person.
Yeah, a lot of the tower side quests, so we're not doing them. We didn't get to see all of his story, but yeah, he's around all throughout the game, so he's willing to help us out here, even just the few times we met him only doing core storyline.
Soldiers would probably stop us on this.
And with here, so we are in Grancel region, as said, which is where the capital is, and we get just an amazing shot as we approach it here. I really do like their setup here as you come in and get this great view of the castle. Characters
On the
are even
subject,
talking about it.
Now that we've entered the final chapter, I do want to give an update on our glitch exhibition incentive. We are still sitting at around $450 raised out of $750. We need $300 more to meet that incentive. by the time this run is done. So you've got roughly an hour to get those donations in. Let's get it happening, folks.
Hey, believe me, folks, you want to see these out of bounds.
Oh, absolutely.
We
This
can do
game
some-
is
we can-
broken.
We can do some fun things.
Falcom games are like a well-knit quilt in that it's really well put together and it holds sway on its own, but once you find that one little loose thread and you start pulling on the thread, the whole thing unravels bit by bit by bit by bit. And that's how a
we'll show
lot
that.
of Falcom runs end up as broken as they are, especially in the East series.
Yeah, not insignificant difference. They're like these glitches make up a pretty large reason why Nightmare is like way longer than like the absolute fastest category of this game, which is less than an hour if I remember right.
Yeah, although that one's definitely does some very silly things
kind of
to
a
do
meme,
that.
kind
yes,
of memey.
to get under an hour, but we can do that by taking advantage of these things.
Falcom
I
runs
love
are
reading.
never memey, right? East One
We're
Master
Limit
System
Break.
runner?
Our mascot is Mimi.
Oh, you're right.
All right.
So I see you just bought Blue Sphere. Is that your favorite Star Ocean game?
Yeah, half get a copy. It was expensive,
Favorite
which is
song.
why I sold all the weapons that my party members have been dropping for us. We're in our tournament arc here, so we're going to go ahead and not do our own battles. We'll watch other people do battles, so this is my break. Little help, please.
Yeah, I got this.
Still time. This would be a good time.
Alrighty. Well, I do want to bring attention to the prizes we have on offer. We have a whole block of prizes, and they are expiring at the end of this run. So if you want a chance to win a Dragon Quest Slime Amigurumi, a Final Fantasy VII Commander Precon for Magic the Gathering, 3D printed keychains for Final Fantasy and Kingdom Hearts, a Final Fantasy VII Remake Intergrade game key, a Trails in the Sky First Chapter game key. There are so many prizes available to you, but you have to get your donations in within the next hour or so.
To give you an idea of just how badass Jin is, he gets like a cutscene of him just like walking out, like just kind of behind the back of like this one big dude just gonna go and take on these 4 guys, and he just demolishes them.
I mean, just look at those numbers. Why don't we get access to those?
So the Nightmare HP scaling does take effect in these battles, and so he just gets to hit for like 40,000 damage when he does his S-Craft, which he will not do that at all when he's on our team, unfortunately.
We were just talking about Mimi, and they put Mimi on the screen.
Hell yeah.
A kind of funny little happenstance. So there's another team in the Grand Cell tournament, because you know we're in our tournament arc. They're named as Team Kurt. It's a group of 4 other bracers that we kind of run alongside. You see them quite a lot in the Trails in the Sky games.
They do get expanded upon in this remake, right?
Yes. I mean, yeah. You even there's a side quest that you actually see a bit more of Annalise than she normally is in Chapter 2 than she normally is in the original of this game. Something that's kind of just to note, there's a character on there named Kurt. There's another character later in the series named Kurt. They're unrelated. In Japanese, I believe Kurt in this game was supposed to be Kurtz, and then that one is just Kurt. So
Yeah.
they were different names, kind of an unfortunate hindsight localization quirk.
There was a similar situation where Falcom contracted some company to make a spin-off gacha with the main heroine being named Chloe. And that's fine in Japanese because Chloe Rince's Japanese name is Close. So there's no conflict in Japanese, but there is in English. Thankfully, it doesn't matter because Akatsuki never got localized anyway.
I would assume they would change the spelling on it anyways.
Oh yeah,
So
it was
that would help.
that Chloe was spelled with a
Akatsuki is still
CH.
canon, right? Like I have no idea what actually happened.
It's a side gotcha. I would say it's as canon as probably Final Fantasy. Like gotchas are to Final Fantasy.
By and large, it's irrelevant to the overarching plot.
Yeah. Look, if they tried to Yoko Taro us on that, I think we would lose half of the fan base of Falcom here. Anyway, here's a nun. We go to help her out.
I mean, they tried with that Northern War gotcha. That didn't go very well.
Not talking about any Northern War properties at all.
I mean, they kind of faded pretty fast anyways.
Yeah, I have no memory of anything with that, so it's fine.
I still remember arguing with Beef when he was like, I need to play the game so that I can authoritatively say it sucks.
That poor man.
I mean, he did. He said it with authority.
It was fun kind of reading his way of describing the unbalancedness of that game.
What do we need?
All right, so
Take this.
we decided that we're gonna actually team up with Jin here, because we also end up getting Olivier, which is really nice. So we're gonna decide to make our own team and enter the tournament.
Yeah, Olivier is also a very good caster, a lot like Chloe.
There's kind of a rule in the tournament that it's like you can have up to 4 members and you can add people. I don't remember if they say you can swap out, but yeah, it's like it was just Jin. So now we all join up in his spot.
Have I got a minute for... Actually, no, you're menuing. Give me a second.
Cool. So on Olivier being good as a magic caster, we're actually setting up for this. So we have just stolen the Fury Quartz off of the stone, so we can give it over to him right now. And what do we need here? Evade 2. And got 2. So this will be really useful on him because not only is he a good caster, as you were saying, but his S-Craft is also arts-based. So our plan for the upcoming tournament is just get him really low on HP and then have him cast a bunch of spells and throw magic to win the fights for us.
That's a kind of another thing is I don't believe any S-Crafts were like damaging based on your arts until like Sky the Third. So them retroactively applying that here is really neat.
Take care.
Just make sure I did that right. Good. So yeah, with that, we're getting ready to go into the tournament, and we're going to actually get to do some of the battles this time, not just watch.
Whoa.
I know, exciting. All right, I can't talk. I can't run in yet. I have to talk to you. Okay, now we can run in.
So now we have a full party of 4 for the tournament, and this is going to take up quite a big portion of this last chapter. So we got to do our rounds, and then we got to go do some other stuff, and then do our round again.
Got to talk to literally everyone in the room.
The trail special, talk to everyone in the room, or rooms as sometimes is needed.
These other bracers also getting a glow up.
Hey,
I really like Annalace's design.
Yes, he's good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there's a lot of like minor touches up to existing character designs, but they do a really good job.
Worthy opponent. Let's
There
go,
we
guys.
Buy my
help.
arts.
Oh,
You will restart on normal.
We don't have to fight that boss yet.
So we are doing the first official Nightmare co-op run here. I'm getting help on skipping through these cutscenes, so I can give myself a small break here. Yeah, with the turbo and all skipping of cutscenes, there's actually very low break for the entirety of the run normally, so I appreciate I can take over here.
Nice.
Thank you, thank you. There's actually very little break for me normally in this run, so.
Now round 2, bunch of ruffians yet again. It's kind of a warm up more than anything.
Yes, this is by far the least scary fight in here. We'll.
I like how Jin just threw an item and then just like, oh yeah, buff up.
So what we're going to get is Olivier standing back here in the corner, and the idea is he'll eat some counterattacks, so his HP will go low, and we'll get good damage coming out of Fury, and again, he's going to hopefully be doing most of our damage to get through these fights. Okay, not too many counterattacks, though. You guys close to breaking, I guess. Okay, I should be able to win from here.
Another one of those later mechanics. You saw Olivier just cutting in, being like, Joshua. That's basically him just buffing Joshua's arts. Your allies can just kind of do that.
I'll lower you guys. Okay,
It's not over till it's over.
It's over.
It's over.
It's over.
Oh, are you okay. He took a long time to fall over, though.
Yeah. Something I like that you see that cutscene there with Joshua's. When he looks.
You want to join in on the co-op?
Sure.
Show him the start button.
Yeah. So when Joshua looks serious, like there's something cold behind those eyes.
Oh, yeah.
And you kind of see a little bit of that actually in the chapter 2 scene. Once you beat the dogs, like the mayor tries to do some like they try to do some like hostage taking kind of stuff, and end up inflicting like a paralysis kind of thing on Estelle and Joshua, and you just see Joshua just get like vicious for a moment. It's like there's something going on with this kid.
While we're waiting through these tournament matches, I have a $75 anonymous donation. I have $5 from Fox Mulder, who says, sneaking onto military bases, that's my shtick. And we have $25 from Bulk Hogan. Hello from the UK. Had to donate to one of my favorite franchises in video games and a very worthy charity. Putting this donation to the Out of Bound Glitch Showcase because more trails is never a bad thing. Keep up the great work, everyone. That puts us at $547 for the Glitch Showcase out of $750. We are $200 away from meeting that incentive.
So you saw the name Lieutenant Lawrence. So he is one of the high-ranking members of the Special Ops. His name has appeared a couple times throughout this game. So yeah, he's very important.
A little bit.
A little bit.
He has to be important. He's voiced by Travis Willingham.
Time to depart.
So small low tech there. Our party was having a conversation, so if I went and rested at the inn, the rest wouldn't finish until that conversation was over, and it's a long one. So we just fast traveled somewhere random to end it, and then come back to the inn, which we already were at, to do our rest here.
Speaking of voiced, English is still in the lead of that running bid war by $1. I will let you know if that changes.
Thank you, thank you. All right, we're going into round 2 here of the tournament. This is by far the scariest round of the tournament. We're going up against the Bracer team. They do, every single one of them has a scary thing they can do, so we'll have to see what happens. They also do, much like we, every time we start a fight, are going to do a bunch of different buffs to ourselves. They also buff themselves, and we can't let them do that. That is too bad, so...
I believe they can also revive each other.
They sure can.
Just really awful. I remember having a lot of trouble with this fight before I figured out some of the game-breaking tech in this game.
All right, they haven't actually got the buffs up yet, so I'm going to wait on my skill that takes those buffs off, and we'll do them here on... I'll lose this critical. I really need to get those buffs off. It's too bad, so Anti-Sep All will remove them.
So Anti-Sept All is kind of nice because it's just it's all cancel on a, like, global spell.
Yeah.
Which... If you're familiar, if you've played these games, you should know all cancel is really, it's deceptively powerful. Especially when you can attach it to something that does any other function, which in that case, you also could like, I believe you can also inflict like a status effect too, like,
can do
like one turn of mute.
Okay. Jin just got knocked down there. He did get revived here, which did eat our revive, but that is not great. I'm probably, yeah, let's go ahead and heal him up a bit here, because again, he's drawing aggro. He must have got a critical hit done against him. That's so much damage.
Also, they heal each other. I believe it's specifically...
They've done it multiple times in this fight. That's not looking good. We'll see how this plays out.
Bad.
Yeah, we're going... We'll see. This might be a reset. We'll see. We're very low. I can't afford another... yeah, we're just going to do this. Hopefully what's going to happen is we'll get the break here. And so they won't counterattack and we'll stay alive. And then we'll try to go for the kill from that point. So we got the break. We'll get one on break, which is okay. Where is everyone? Kurt's coming up. Okay.
We're gonna win.
Man, Jin getting a 0 arts is like giving somebody a fork for a bowl of soup.
Really unfortunate. Okay.
You can make it work. It's just not efficient.
I mean, we have magical Randy in some crossbell speedruns.
So we're going down. I just need to see his HP. I really need to finish off Kurt in this phase of S-Craft spamming. And he's down to 5,000. Okay, we can get him. He will revive everyone, or he can revive one character for like 30,000 HP, and that is just way too painful to deal with. So we're just not going to let him do that. I'm actually not feeling good about finishing this. I'm going to just take a safety here and have you throw out another S-Craft. Get us out of this. I am not happy with this fight.
Serum powders are nice. They're really powerful items because you can just throw them on somebody and just have them take an S-Craft for
round
free.
2?
Oh, yep. You got this, Dowolf. Let's go.
Co-op run.
Anyways, the Kappa was here. Also entered in a tournament as like, if they win, like it was like on the condition of if they win the tournament, they can get out of jail. I remember there's like some condition that makes that make more sense, but it sounds like it doesn't make a lot of sense.
Yeah, this whole, it's slightly arbitrary. We're participating in this tournament because the winner gets an invitation to a big banquet inside Grancel Castle, and we want to get in there because we want to investigate the political upheaval in the Royal Intelligence Division, particularly Colonel Alan Richard.
Yeah.
Also, Estelle just really wanted to join the tournament.
Yeah.
She was very excited when she saw the
Yeah, like you
battles.
didn't need to give her a reason.
But there is good motivation to be doing this.
Yeah,
I mean, we just got 40K, so...
Yeah, so Lieutenant Richard, we see him a few times. We see him a few times. He is like a very, handsome Mr. Like he conducts himself with like dignity and like he seems like a very dignified kind of military guy. But there's kind of some hints that he's been connected to something a lot bigger, as well.
Like he's the captain of the intelligence division, And the intelligence division has been doing some real shady stuff. So he's a little suspicious by association, even if we can't pin him down quite yet.
Was everyone thinking we didn't have enough stealth in Chapter 3?
Yeah, this one's a lot trickier, actually.
Yeah, this is pretty annoying.
So what we're going to do is save and load. This will reset everyone's position where they are. So I got halfway through this, and I make everyone stand back where I really want them to be standing. So hopefully we can do the second part, which is definitely the trickier. I probably have failed. Nope, make it. So I got stuck at that lamppost, and that messed everything up. We'll just do over. We made a save. It's fine.
Yeah, it's hard to tell where the line of sight hitboxes are.
You have to be looking at the mini-map, which makes it really hard to run around. Let's try this again.
Sounds like my East run
All
sometimes.
right, there we go.
Nice.
All right, so we got to go. So we were told to meet up with somebody at the church. And that actually happens to be the like high-ranking military individual who helped us out back in the end of Chapter 2 by arresting the mayor. Her name is Julia. She's basically, she works at like the top of the, like one of the top knights of the like royal guard. Go say hi to our best boy.
What? Oh, I'm sorry.
Who?
Aw,
Who is best boy here? Sorry.
Anton.
Oh, Anton. Oh, of course. Yeah.
I guess we
Anton's
just said
still around.
hi. The quest related to that, we don't have time for that quest. I could have said hi, but I was thinking of the quest, which involves sitting there for multiple minutes. So I sorry, I should have said hi at least.
Yeah, that one was a weird quest in the original. It's a little more obvious what you're supposed to do here, at least.
Yeah. Julia, incidentally, was ousted from the Royal Army, in part because she was trying to investigate the actions of the intelligence division. So she was kind of in exile, and that is a developing plot point throughout this chapter.
Silver Will, I am not worthy.
Oh, Silver Will.
Even if this is not the best version of it.
Like, Koguchi tried,
Yes.
but you just can't beat Ishibashi. The late Wataru Ishibashi did a lot of musical work.
They've teased a super arranged version of this for like in like one of the trailers for the for second chapter remake, and I was like, this is what I wanted it to be in this game.
I've not heard that yet. I'll just track it down.
Okay, so we've eaten a counterattack pretty much every time there in Olivier, so I...
So Silver Will is effectively like Lawrence's theme. So if you hear this playing, you know that you're fighting somebody very powerful.
Yes.
Fun story. I remember like why this track means so much to me personally, and like why it's one of my like top 3 favorite pieces of video game music. Was back in 2018, the first time we had the Falcom RTA marathon. I was like going through a very rough time. And I remember we put on the marathon. It was kind of a distraction for me to just get away from it. And I just remember just seeing everyone popping off, seeing this game and how much it meant to them. And it just kind of, I don't know, I almost kind of got choked up. Just kind of seeing, the shared like love for this game and this series via, like at the moment I first heard this song on the stream and everyone was popping off.
Something about these games just brings people together.
Still left alive. This fight's gone pretty off the rails, so we're trying to recover, but it doesn't look like we'll pull it off. Olivier got knocked down at exactly the wrong time, and yeah, we can't get back from this one, so we'll just take a do-over.
Bummer.
That's a
Too
shame.
bad.
Maybe we just get more Silver Will.
Retrying?
Yeah, there we go. I like the song. That's all that's going on.
I mean, for how volatile Nightmare is, this has been a pretty good run so far. What happened to the music?
Oh no!
That's a turbo issue. Sorry. Sometimes if we retry way too quickly, which is what I just did.
Retry the fight. Retry the fight.
Retry the fight.
Gotta give the people what they want.
Where's my Silver Will?
We'll die real fast. The good part of Nightmare is we're usually able to die very quickly.
I see somebody counting deaths in chat. This doesn't count. Don't you
Oh, it
dare.
absolutely counts. What are you talking about?
It never counts for Silver Will's
I mean,
sake.
you have the whiteboard. Kumo, does it count?
I'm going to say it's not because we're doing it for the fans.
And like, does it count when we're
intention-
actively telling him to die?
I didn't expect him to actually do it.
I mean, we're not doing like a game over donation.
There was a big chant. I can't just ignore that.
But I will do my best to accommodate.
And, well, Wow,
Stop
Olivier's doing
living,
his best
Olivier.
to just stay alive. Where was that last time we were in
Okay.
this battle?
The arena is alight with cheers.
Nope.
Sorry, I can't do this
Oh.
again. I don't know what happened.
Aw, come on.
Let us depart.
Someone in chat called this silver woat.
That was incredible. I am so happy we hit that bug.
I love you guys.
And to think I didn't even know, I almost didn't even join the couch because I wore out my voice at karaoke.
Think I would blunder.
From
Yep.
karaoke
Hey,
to
Anyways,
fella.
how's the fight going?
Better this time. We have lost Olivier again, but we have at least killed most of the minions. So if I can pick him back up, we should be able to get through this one, hopefully. Well, though Joshua thinks this is bad, but we'll see how it plays out.
Ah, Joshua's a crybaby.
I'm surprised you're laid back enough to worry about your enemies. There's no need to hold back, okay?
I do not like that critical. We do not have any of that left.
to accommodate.
Time to prove it, Big Mouth.
Oh, that's critical, actually. We might be able to get this. All right, thank you for the critical.
There we go.
We were probably going to still get through that, but I'll take ending the fight immediately if we can get through that. We have won the tournament. Not where I'm going. And with that, we have our reward of entering the castle.
I couldn't have done it alone.
Yeah, so here
You guys had better reward us for that. I'm on to you, chat.
So we get an invitation into Grand Cell Castle at last. We meet a whole bunch of people that we've kind of already seen because these are usually like high-ranking diplomats, people who are of like decent positions like mayors and high-ranking scientists, etc. And Jin also basically gets the invitation, but we go with him. And here we are out on the, I believe it's a terrace.
Again, our goal here was to meet up with the queen to deliver like some information to her. And turns out you can't just walk up and say, I want to meet the queen. That doesn't work.
Yeah, we're trying to meet with her because to warn her about basically the conspiracy involving Richard and a suspicion that he has been orchestrating the special ops in the background to try and effectively orchestrate a coup.
Now, fortunately,
Anyways, we get to dress up as maids.
We did meet the head maid, and she had a plan for us to sneak in to meet the queen, which is this.
Joshua is so cute.
Wait. I need to hear Joshua's voice lines for this.
We missed that one, sorry.
I need to know where we get
the
this
most
extension.
the one that you want.
The one you want.
Yeah, that was
boy
well,
clothes.
They sadly changed one of the best lines in the
true.
first chapter with of FC with this one, unfortunately. But you still get a pretty decent one afterwards. I don't think we'll be able to show it in the cutscene.
Yeah.
But it's like it says something like
it's a
boy,
great moment.
boy clothes now.
Joshua has a very interesting motivation, by the way. We learn a lot more about him during that visit to Grancel Castle. He is very acutely aware of Liberal's tenuous position in global politics. They are very small. They're vastly outnumbered and outgunned by Erebonia and Calvard. So really their only contingency is that they have advanced technology that keeps them ahead in the technological arms race, and also that Cassius Bright, Estelle's father, was an incredible general and field marshal who was able to single-handedly turn the tide of the 100 Days War.
Yeah.
Without him, Liberal probably would have been wiped out. It was his leadership that really saved the country. But Cassius then retired from the army to become a bracer, and that really put a chip on the army's shoulder. For one, it really made them disdain the Bracer Guild, but it also made Richard feel like the army was suffering too much of a brain drain to properly defend itself. So he is resorting to rather drastic measures to try and reinforce Liberal's defenses. He does it for what he thinks is a valiant reason, but he's going to pretty extreme measures here.
Yeah,
to get
he's
that
trying
done.
to like, yeah, his whole plan ends up like he's trying to illustrate like a full-blown coup to install a puppet for what is effectively like a military state.
Yeah, he wants a junta.
I don't think it's quite. I don't think that's quite how that works, but
I mean,
close
I
enough.
remember him not liking having a woman in charge in the original, at least. But
that might be the original. I don't think they say that in like the original FC. That might be something in the original script. I don't know. But anyways, yeah, he's trying to orchestrate a military government and everything. And yeah, like the whole thing too is like part of the reason it is kind of a weird hypocrisy with Cassius. Like a big part of the reason why he left the military, and also why he took up the bow staff instead of the sword, a habit that his daughter, like the weapon of choice of his daughter, was because of his time in the military. Like he went through a lot, but also like while he was in the military was when his wife died, so he's kind of had to be a single father for the last like 8 years or something like that.
Yeah, like 10 years or something.
Yeah.
Anyway, we're raiding the villa.
Yes, because
Oh,
we need
also
to
I-
rescue Chloe, also known as Princess Claudia.
What?
What?
We did also, during that menuing while I was running around, I picked up ultimate weapons for Josh 1 and Estelle. That seemed like a useful ability. So, might have noticed I was mentioning how much I love reading here and there. If you pick up all of the books of the series in this game, then you have access to, one sec, our ultimate weapons, which is what we just did.
It's a little
like-
weird how it ends up, how the reward system works out in these games.
Yeah.
You get some stuff, it's like, where did we get this? I don't know. Where do you get the random gill from Final Fantasy VIII? You can assume somebody probably gives it to you as like a reward for your hard work. But that's about all the info you get.
Mm-hmm.
So, about how much more time do we have left in this run?
We're at 2:40.
35, 40 minutes.
All right. So that would be, what, like 10 or 15 minutes until the final Dungeon Party member bid war needs
Yep.
to close? Okay, gotcha. That's good to know.
Villa into the castle raid. And as we get towards the end of the castle raid is where that stuff matters.
I mean,
Jin
it'll be
is
right
still
after
in
we
the
beat
lead with
Lieutenant Lawrence.
$25, and you didn't hear this from me, but Jin is the speedrun optimal option.
I'll get you all.
So you can be naughty or you can be nice to Klopfer with your donations. We're still working on that glitch exhibition incentive. We still need $200 to meet that. You've got about half an hour to get that done.
I'll finish you. Lead, Estelle.
Here we go.
I'll let you.
Yeah, we kind of understand at this point, we are really, I mean, we already have, but especially now, we are getting in like so many crosshairs by doing this. But I mean, at this point, we're kind of in the point of, we're trying to stop a full-blown coup.
Yeah, Julia is orchestrating a massive revolt against the occupying intelligence division to release their hold on Grancel and the castle.
good old-fashioned counter coup.
That was great.
Satisfying. So many doors.
So there's so many doors, and we'll supposedly we'll need to check all of them. We know where we're going, so we don't have to.
Thank
This was
goodness.
so
Thank
annoying.
goodness.
We just gotta go to the bar.
I love how like just amusingly tight this arena is because they're just in a cramped room.
Now I'm mad.
Someone clipped our a cappella performance. It's called Silver Maybe.
Oh no.
That is splendid.
Now I'm mad.
So when we get in our album deal,
Let's go. Let us begin. I won't let you. This. I won't let
Someday.
I won't let you eat this.
I better
But
do
but
something.
tasty.
Good. all these fights are a little dangerous, but as long as we're willing to just kind of burn through our... more risotto. As long as we're willing to burn through our craft points to do S-crafts to close them out, they're not too bad. This final one, though, who against there's like the halberd wielding special ops, they do so much damage, and in AoE, this one is actually pretty dangerous here. So our main goal is just spread out so we really don't get hit by the AoE. So we'll see how that works out.
Here we go.
I'll be your opponent.
Let's go.
Also a pretty good arrangement of a theme.
Yeah, the soundtrack on the whole, like I'm amazed we haven't talked about the soundtrack more.
I mean, we had to with Silver Will came up, but yeah, no, the whole of this soundtrack it's not only like really, like we just all around think is really good, but it's not like a lot of other JRPG tracks. There's a lot more of these upbeat kind of
Jazzy even.
Yeah.
jazzy even like kinds of themes. Like, you know, the main battle theme, Sophisticated Fight, like kind of became like an internet meme of its own because of how just upbeat, bouncy, and kind of almost silly it sounds, but like kind of reflecting the tone of this game, which is generally just like a slowly building, you know, romp from like we're doing our little quests, our mission to become, you know, the next, like, get our bracer recommendations, all the way to stopping a full-blown military coup.
Yeah, first
And-
we save the cat, then we save the kingdom.
One other thing I think the soundtrack does really well is musical storytelling.
Oh, yeah.
Sky is really heavy on leitmotif and using familiar phrasing to really tell the story. Like, for example, when you're in the Genus Royal Academy, the Royal Academy theme uses the national theme of the Burl for one of its phrases. So that's what gets you to associate it with, you know, Gransel, the royal family. You hear that particular phrase all the time, and then it turns out you have the twist that Chloe is Claudia. So it's stuff like that that really ties the game together sonically.
Yeah, so now we're doing kind of like a split mission here. The men of the party are all grouped together, and they're trying to break through the sewer dungeon. Gransel's massive sewer, somehow not even the largest sewer dungeon in this series. It might be third place. If we
We're being generous.
I think this is our fourth sewer in the game. Wait, no, I'm thinking of mines.
I think this is only the second sewer.
Second
It's a really big
sewer.
one, though.
We've had 2 sewers and I think 3 mines.
If we're playing casually, this is probably your 4th or 5th time coming into these sewers.
Yeah.
But we skipped all that.
You gradually unlock more of the sewers throughout the tournament arc, but you don't have to visit them if you don't want to.
Yep. You get more for doing it, but it's not necessary for completion. But yeah, we're gonna confront like a mob of enemies, get the men in the right position, and then the women are all going to ride an airship to sneakily make their way into the castle. We doing the exchange glitch again?
We're doing some of it on a few of these because I do need some money for a bit of shopping we're going to do here for consumables.
Yeah.
Exchange. So let's go ahead and buy some healing.
I remember this shop and this menu very well because it's the last one before you encounter this game's optional, like, or basically super boss.
We're up to speed. All right, so we need to set up Chloe and Shira's back here too as well. We'll set them up for this upcoming set of battles.
Yeah, Shira is... The ability to basically reset your party's turn is never not useful.
Yeah.
The fact that you don't have Shira more often throughout this game is kind of one of the few things that keeps it from being broken for like the entire duration.
Yeah, you use Shara every time you have her.
All right, that should
You
do
just
it.
hit that poor delivery, man.
Wow, what did he do
brought
to
you
you?
I wanted to
He
roll.
just let
Rolling
you
is
exchange
fast.
glitch. He didn't tell on you. He didn't report you to the cops, and you thwack him on the head.
Rolling
For
fast.
shame.
Okay, that's a $100 donation, young man.
All right, we just got a lot of damage there, but we will attempt to use our Gorgeous Grape, which heals a ton, to get our tank to survive here, while we now finally are going to start dodging these attacks. Let's go ahead and get this Aerostorm out. Aerostorm on the dogs, they're very susceptible to blind, so they probably won't hit us anymore. Olivier, don't die, please. None of these characters have Fury. We're going to go straight from this battle into Estelle's battle, so I had to set up both of these teams, which meant I put Fury over into Estelle because she does have the trickier battle here in this setup, which makes this one tricky now because I just don't have as many tools available to myself.
I believe you can switch between the menus. It's just like, that's extra menuing. So,
Can I? I might do that. We're looking to break most of these soldier characters, the special ops here, and then we'll try to line that up with our S-crafting. Okay, this is, yeah, a good time to go for it. If you see them entering rage mode, then you're also certainly in the right damage thresholds. Yep, all broken. Do that into a clock up EX to onset that. And from here, Aerostorm should be able to clean up. There is like the leader of this group who will try to pick up the smaller. Ooh, okay. Smaller soldiers. Yeah, Olivier down is a problem. We'll just pick him up. Don't get knocked down again. We don't need him.
Or
How
Zin.
raged are you?
Jin the Immovable can just stay there not moving for a while.
Jin the Immovable, more like
And
Jin the Unmoving.
Guys,
More like Jin the Immobile.
ooh, okay. We too many counterattacks there. So, we'll figure this out. As this has come up, are you going to rage on me? You are. Okay, we don't actually dodge when they're in rage, so I probably can't survive this. What we're going to do is fail to pick anyone up and die. I can't get out of this, unfortunately. Just bad luck there in the counterattacks we ended up eating.
It happens. It's Nightmare.
This is also a relatively rough opening where they're getting a lot of damage out before I'm able to throw out my Silken Wing to get my Foresight out, which is what our main defense is.
So you're saying when they're raged, they bypass Foresight?
Yeah, they cannot miss when they're in rage, so very, very dangerous, especially in Nightmare where our really only defense is dodging. Which is why them being in rage is so dangerous, and I very regularly am attempting to immediately knock them out or kill them at the point that they go into rage. Can't have you die too early yet here, so take a peek healing item. Yeah, this fight can be pretty rough as we're seeing here. It's Overdrive. Overdrive makes even your arts able to do critical damage. That will help us get out hopefully enough damage here to get through this one.
Yeah, the Overdrive just kind of augments everything, just gives you like guaranteed crits. And of course, as mentioned much earlier in the run, breaks you out of status, so that's a neat perk.
Those criticals.
Here we go.
Where is everyone?
Got the Olivier buff on the S-Craft.
Good. Who's left alive? We have enough HP on him. He shouldn't just get knocked down again like happened last time. And so this Aerostorm should pick up the guy he just picked up. Okay, I think we got this under control this time.
The climax rises.
Yeah.
I assume these guys are
Looking good.
immune to Death Blow.
They sure are, of course. Whew, gross one. No rage. All right, and we'll go straight from that into another painful battle.
Yeah, so this is Amalthea. She is very loyal to Colonel Richard. And yeah, so like it's actually kind of like to the point of almost obsession. But yeah, she's basically
Almost.
Yes. Okay, it is unhealthy obsession with them. But
She has a crush.
If ever this series
little
had a
crush.
yandere,
She has a crush. The Colonel has no idea because he's just completely clueless. You know anime.
he's got a country to upheave.
he's on that grind set.
I think we need to make him learn how to multitask.
In any case, so we fight two special ops and the lieutenant here. I think I called him Lieutenant Richard. He's the colonel, and then she's like the lieutenant or captain. Sorry, I'm getting military ranks all messed up. But yeah, she's like basically his right-hand woman.
That's some brick she's got. Yes. but will not be
This fight's been kind of gross, but we're getting through it. Okay, we got the soldiers down.
Can we please play the cutscene with the Duke coming up after we beat him?
I think I've died a few too many times for that right now, so
Aw.
unfortunately, I don't think I'll be able to pull that off. All right. Fortunately, we can comment for MP to stop that spell, as well as that is magic damage, which with Fury, we are doing a lot of magic damage. So our damage numbers are looking good at least.
Here I
We
come.
can just step outside of that one, so we'll do that. Really waste our time.
Come. Yeah. All right.
Didn't keep our stats going, so I'm going to go ahead and reapply Sylvan Wing there.
Oh, this is
Okay, that's fine. Got muted.
I'll make it hurt.
Hey, you were doing it. Mishy.
What are you guys doing over there?
Conducting. Alright, so that's the Amalthea fight.
It's almost done. We just need any spell. No, just hit her.
Hit her.
That'll work. 900 life.
Just
We can
whip
get
her
through
right in
that.
the back.
Just knock her down.
This is why we have the healing items there.
Mhm. Yep. So we have another gauntlet fight coming up here. As
The
we-
rest points there don't heal CP, so that's why he
And
bought
the
all
food
the.
did
didn't
both.
heal EP. So
Correct. So I needed both. At the end of this castle raid, though, is when we will be entering the final dungeon. So we will be coming up to picking up our final party members there.
Yep. I've got my eye on that.
Mhm.
My turn. Here we go. Here I come. Arcana of the goddess. Now I'm mad. Here we go.
So these enemies are relatively dangerous, so I can't just leave Estelle at low HP to really do a ton of fury damage. So we go into the... Yeah, she got her spell interrupted there. So we'll go in with full HP, hope that they'll hit her a bit, and then get low HP and clean up the fight from that point.
Very good crit there.
Yeah, that was super good. We just hit them with Comet. Comet is magic damage or arts damage, so we can use that also to take advantage of her being low on HP.
Nice thing is it actually tells, it kind of has like proper indicators of what kind of damage you're doing.
Do it.
I can't believe Comet is actually reliable.
Oh, it's way better because it also lets you steal enemy buffs without having to use your S-craft.
Here we go.
That is very nice.
Together.
Oh, the first time I saw it, I'm like, geez, they buffed Estelle, and then I saw the way they buffed everything else, and I was like, Josh was still gaps her.
Alas, regression back to the mean.
that's not what that phrase means.
She's still our ball of sunshine.
She is
Whether
still she is still best though.
She is still Bestelle.
She's overpowered in the story, and that's what matters.
She's overpowered in our hearts.
She can fix everyone.
Yeah, I mean, she's very good at that. She's very good. She's very good at that.
She really is, yeah.
Here I come. Wide open. Let's keep it up. Here we go.
So similarly, again, the dog enemies there are very susceptible to blind, so if we can get that arrow storm off and our foresight buffs stick, we are relatively safe, other than the soldier characters, and that'll get us through those fights. One more fight against soldiers to go.
This was fulfilling.
This again has the halberd wielding ones, so this one's the most dangerous one we have going on.
I believe after this fight, you intentionally don't want to heal.
That is correct.
Good old Duke.
If I remember right, actually, you get more BP if you don't ever let the Duke die. So,
We don't have time for that.
Stands in our way. We have no choice.
I mean, he just
even collecting BP across the run, like, are you trying to hit like a specific rank?
I'm trying to keep my rank low. Unfortunately, because we skip doing like every side quest ever, it stays low enough. So,
Is it because of
final
the final
boss?
phase of Final Boss?
final boss.
Yep.
Exactly.
Yeah, the original run does the same. We'll see that later.
Well, I guess what we'll see is not see it.
Well, we'll see what happens when you don't see it.
Okay.
So I saw you just like randomly getting BP. I just assume that's like buffer, basically.
Effectively, the reason why I'm getting EP is I get low enough, none of it matters. So I just answered the first question to everything. Or first answer to everything.
So that is
just because it's
yeah, you
faster.
don't have to worry about it then.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's the idea.
All right, here's the infamous fight. We do not have an incentive this time to fight him.
So is there any way to actually beat him in Nightmare mode under these guises?
I have not tried to route that out. Maybe.
Speedrun, probably. Speedrun settings, probably not.
Probably not.
I know the means to
I
beat him.
do need
All right. That is the incentive closed. You will be bringing with you, drum roll please, Jin.
Yeah!
Optimal choice.
Finally get some love for
Yeah.
Jin.
All right.
But our cinnamon roll.
Which one are you going to pick?
Thank you for picking optimal. There's some tough fights to get through up here. Well,
Yeah.
there's some long
It's
fights to
Nightmare.
get
We need
through.
all the help we can get.
Mhm.
I'll take this.
This dungeon is infamous for just being a massive, unchartable labyrinth.
It also has one of the best Final Dungeon themes in anything ever.
Yes.
Yes.
This-
I'll
when
feel
when
like-
Ishibashi and Jindo team together, they make some real good music.
Pick you.
A bit more menuing to do here, so I'll explain what I've been up to once I'm finished with it.
I made up my mind.
Pick you.
Yes, please.
Don't want that in
I'll
you.
pick this.
I'll take care of your orbment adjustment.
They really adjusted almost everything, because like even just a random resistance to fire also just has like increased crit. So
Yeah, there's a lot of extra perks.
oh yeah, like some of the courts you would like increased hit like increases your offense now, or
Oh,
like
nice.
the hit like even the hit courts, which generally you kind of always see as like kind of weak, and you just use it for the elements, but it has like a secondary benefit now.
I noticed that earlier with accessories too, where like Skull Pendant is supposed to protect you from death blows, but in this game it also gives you like 2,000 HP, which
The first one gives you like 200 in the beginning of the game. It can raise you from like 600 to 1,000. Like I remember using that to beat the like very first boss of the prologue, like one on side quests.
All right, so what I was doing in that menu is putting as much damage as possible on everyone. We are pretty much set up glass cannon here, because our plan for the remaining fights as we go through the final dungeon here, which we have a few to get through, is to get to Shera's turn and then not let the enemy take any more turns. So that's why we just want as much damage as possible.
Yeah, so Shera's Heaven's Whip, 90 craft points. If you have any means to regenerate them, either by items, by accessories that make it regenerate after each turn, or just by good old-fashioned serum, she just suddenly is like, everyone else, you get way more turns. And then the fact that Clock Up EX, for example, just lets you reset a character's turn. You can just turn cycle as long as you have the EP and the craft points to make it work.
So that's exactly what we're going to be doing. Is we basically, as long as we have those resources, the items, we have infinite turns, and so we're going to spend all of our turns just restoring resources, and then before we do Heaven's Whip, we will go ahead and have anyone who has the craft points able to do a S-craft and do that to get our actual damage going out. So that's the plan. We're about to enter our first battle in here, so we'll hopefully see it in action. The opening turn order is still always dangerous, so let's drop a save.
Here we get a rematch with Amalthea
I accept your challenge.
and
Yeah.
2 units. Also, the actual Silver Whale.
Our school is pretty actual too.
none of our acapella nonsense.
I don't know why she gets this theme, but I ain't complaining.
Yeah, like it makes more sense for the next boss that gets this theme. Amalthea, I don't know.
Did she
I
get
think
this
it's
theme in the
kind of
original?
because the big boss theme recapture has become the standard battle theme for the final dungeon in this game, so they can't really reuse that
They
for
gotta
the boss
one-up
fight.
themselves, and they gotta save the final boss teams for the final boss.
Yeah, exactly.
So I believe Estelle's 2 crafts. One has a bigger AoE, one does more damage. That's how that works.
That is correct.
So yeah, that kind of influences the decision making there. You actually have reason to use one or the other rather than just them strictly outclassing each other.
And we, of course, will be going for her when she gets later, which just does more damage in the smaller area. So. do have to focus here, is I need to basically make sure I don't drop my resource numbers, because then the entire loop breaks and I will probably die. So feel free to continue talking. I just probably won't be joining too much in that conversation. Make sure I don't mess this up.
Yeah, no worries. I do have a $50 anonymous donation. Thank you very much. We're running out of time to meet that Glitch Exhibition incentive. I would really, really like to see it. Let's get those donations in and let's make it happen.
Just hit her. She's right there. And she's broken. Come on.
Oh my goodness.
Just hit her.
His T-Rex arms don't reach.
Okay, there we go. The end of that was a little silly, but we're fine.
He's got the Thunder God kick. It's like, dude never skipped leg day. He actually forgot biceps day.
Oops. I mean, he's got guns too. Come on.
I mean, yeah, I'm just saying, he's got guns and like a rocket propulsion strapped to his abdomen. There's a difference in proportion.
He's got tree trunks for legs.
Yes.
I guess.
As I said, massive man. I think he's like listed height, if you translate it to like feet and inches, is like 6'8" or something like that.
Like, don't get me wrong, he could still punch a hole in your abdomen. But
I am sad because he doesn't appear in East versus Trails as anything more than like a support.
Yeah.
And I would love to have seen an interaction between him and Dogi.
that would have been
That would be
amazing.
Yeah.
But yeah, they only picked 8 characters from Sky, and Jin didn't make the cut, and neither did Shara, and that's a real bummer.
But you get basically everyone else in the party, plus 2 antagonists.
Yeah,
And
and a certain
actually,
barrier.
I should say 6 party members and 3 antagonists. Klopfer.
I don't know what anyone's still talking about. I'm oblivious here.
In case you're wondering what we're talking about, don't worry about it.
Now I'm worried.
It's East versus Trails. We've been playing some periodic games here and there, and Tita is way better in that game than she is in this game.
And
Yes.
Estelle is exactly the same.
She brings a gun to a sword fight, and it shows.
She's also just very funny.
Yeah, Brianna Knickerbocker does a really good job voicing her in East versus Trails.
All right, we're into the last batch of battles here.
Let me show you the truth of this world.
That's good turnover.
This is Colonel Richard at last, and so this is basically the first fight of what is effectively the final boss gauntlet.
And true to Richard's name, he is very dastardly.
Wait, didn't we do this joke several years ago?
Yes, we did.
Sometimes you gotta have the callbacks, you know?
Can't beat the classics. Just like you can't beat Silver Will.
Now I'm thinking, I might like the final boss theme more than Silver Will.
Oh, the final boss. I think the final boss theme is a better arranged version in this, like, relatively speaking.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. So yeah, now we're here to finally foil his coup attempt. He's been trying to like unseal some ancient thing buried long beneath Grand Cell Castle. That's why there's this giant labyrinthian dungeon here. It's like this has to do with kind of like ancient Zemuria that we've kind of just barely beginning to kind of grasp like the scope of. The series builds on its lore like forever.
But my sword is one forged to protect. Do not underestimate its might.
I love how he says that line right as you break him. He was just sitting there with the chickens flying around his head.
I see. So it's that sort of style.
Good news with Broken, we will get the follow-up attacks. That actually is a lot of damage here, especially if everyone's set up just all out equipped damage. So every time we get a burst, we're basically getting near free S-Craft out.
So just regarding the last line from Estelle there, if he had 2 swords, we wouldn't be able to break them in half?
Sounds like a lot of swords to break in half.
I mean, you have 2 knees, 1 for each sword. I don't know. Fine.
I suppose I'll have to.
I mean, he is an 8-use practitioner.
Oh, I forgot that he was.
He's
Yeah.
he's the
Yeah,
first
he
one
is.
you're introduced to.
I mean, Cassius says hi.
I mean, technically.
Right.
I mean,
I don't know if they say that that was Cassie's thing. I mean, that's actually kind of like the big thing of why Richard's doing this, you know, because, you know, Cassius left the military, and, you know, Cassius was also Richard's mentor.
Richard does kind of have a little bit of an inferiority complex going on, where he feels like he just can't be a good replacement for Cassius. So he needs to change things up in the army in Cassius's absence.
Leave it to me. Yeah. Here we go.
Let Joshua do it!
Here we go. Keep going, Charizard.
I think what makes this track work so well for me is it sounds like a dance theme of all things.
Really?
It kind of it's got like the dance. It's got like the dance kind of waltzy, not kind of like a fast waltzy type beat, even though it is, you know, 4/4.
For me, it's just like there's that tinge of sorrow in it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
it's
it
definitely
is in the minor key.
melancholy.
It's in the minor key. When you speed up the minor key, it kind of gives it like an edge of like an air of seriousness and intensity. Anyways, Reverie, not to be confused with Trails into Reverie.
oh, we made it to Cold Steel 5 already?
Nor to be confused with the Reverie Corridor.
There's a lot of things with the word Reverie in it.
We're at this one.
Anyways, this is the next phase, the final boss. He summons these minions. It's kind of a nasty fight here.
We've got no choice.
But yeah, now he gets his own boss names. This was basically kind of the thing that Richard was trying to unleash, but he's been having second thoughts with us talking to him.
Yeah, Richard had been colluding with some pretty shady figures, and they've been manipulating him more than he thinks he's been manipulating them. And we're seeing the results of that here.
Here I come!
So yeah, kind of in here, I'm just constantly checking all my different resource levels across my 3 characters and where my buffs are, so I know what I need to do as each character's turn comes up. I have it really set up to just more or less be doing the same thing with each character on their every turn, or maybe 1 or 2 different things to do, just so I can try to get through these menus fast, because we have a lot of them to do, as you can see. Now if we misclick on one of them, we can actually drop the entire leap. Which I'm trying not to do.
Here we go. Keep going, Charizard.
Good old clock up EX. Who thought that was okay?
There's always
This
something.
is really the problem.
I think it's
here.
okay. It's a good ability.
Oh, it's busted. That's my point.
That's why I like it.
Yeah.
All right, we should just be able to finish him with attacks.
Yeah. Don't have to worry about the ad. You just have to take out the main body.
And Chair should have enough to continue to do Heaven's Whip here. Yep, looking good. I also have characters standing in specific positions. This is almost effectively just to help me not mess up the who I'm throwing items on is the idea.
And here we have.
Let's go, Estelle. Everyone.
For some reason, I thought he had like he had any additional name. But yeah, we're fighting Reverie once again. He's in a souped-up mode. I really like this arrangement of this track. Well, yeah, once again, just getting that loop to keep him from ever getting to.
Camera, please. The camera can actually dictate like what my controls are doing. So when it chooses to have a really odd angle as it did there, that can actually mess me up. So I have to slow down at that point.
To note, there is one fight after this that if you have a higher bracer rank, you would do it. But if your bracer rank is low enough, it ends up actually being faster.
Yeah, it's basically a victory lap fight.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
If your bracer rank isn't high enough, then someone else
Then
jumps
this-
in and does the final phase for you.
Yeah.
Here I come!
You know, you're making good face. I kind of wish you would do the last side quest. It's so funny.
Which one?
the one with Mueller.
I cannot
do that
place
one?
that
It's
one.
the-
It's been too long.
It is fun.
Yeah, it's basically so Olivier has a caretaker named Mueller who kind of
Oh yes,
oversees
I
him.
remember.
So yeah, he's just going around doing his usual thing as his usual debauchery, and he needs to get back to the embassy. And so you just kind of like do like a You kind of just bring him back to where he needs to go. And I think we haven't even touched on it. If you look in the quest menu of this game, there's a portrait of Estelle in all of them, and it's so cute. Like, there's one of and this one is so funny because it's like Olivier goes back to the MC, no longer allowed to have fun, and you see like a silhouette in the sky of Olivier, and Estelle is just doing a salute, like he died or something. Yeah, there's so many great little details like that. Play this game, like. I'm marginally partial to the original, but like if you get into the series via this remake, I would absolutely say like, in a way, they're like, you can go and re-experience FC separately as well. It's kind of like two versions of the same game, and they're both very good.
Yeah.
So.
Here we go.
Yeah. Once again, Klopfer is basically just got the right. It's
Real focused here.
Yeah, no. We're just kind of vamping here because, yeah, at this point, you have the means to beat the final boss. It's just doing the series of inputs to make it happen. The EP regen, the craft points regen, making sure that characters always... Making sure that the last turn before the enemy's turn will end up being Shara's via clock up EX to immediately give her next turn.
And as we kind of mentioned earlier, like, remember back during the prologue chapter when enemies had like 13,000 HP, and Reverie here has 433,000. A little bit of inflation, a little bit.
My two wishes for SC is they tune down a little bit on clock up EX and
Why is
Evan's
that?
Whip.
Why is that?
Because I already did this.
Look, how many games have we been... Right, sorry.
I want to find a new way to break it.
Okay.
Okay, that's fair.
Okay. How about this? Take out Clock Up EX. Bring back Thunder God Kick.
I mean,
it'd be nice, but
it'd be really nice.
I want to be able to one-shot Weissman in one kick.
Look, I want SC Prologue to kick my teeth in again, okay?
You want to
By my
spend
arms.
10 hours on Nightmare farming meatballs?
Sure.
Okay, we got this.
Okay.
Masochism. Thy name is Kumo.
By my
All right.
Sorry, that's a lot of HP to chew through.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
so many things you got to do, and you got to keep that loop going. But at long last,
That
we have
is
defeated
it.
Reverie. We have stopped the coup. Now we get to just go grab. The whole city is celebrating. A whole bunch of stuff is happening. There's gonna be a big old party, and
to celebrate, I have a whole bunch of donations for you.
yeah,
I
we're
have.
just gonna go get ice cream, and then we're going back to the castle.
We are coming up on time.
Yep.
Yep. Sad music.
It's coming up right now as I enter this final cutscene, and this is time.
All right.
Aw, we don't even
a lot
get
of
to see it.
spoiler stuff here.
Yeah,
that scene makes
I'll
everybody cry.
I'll skip
Yeah.
that scene for all
Yeah.
the spoilers
Ah.
inside of it.
Yeah, there's so much that goes on there, and this kind of leads into the next game. But yeah, that was Trails in the Sky. The ending is a lot more sad.
Yeah, this
everything
is a
that-
brutal ending.
Yeah,
So,
especially given the tone up to that point. Sorry, go ahead.
on a sweeter note, I have $100 from an anonymous donor who says, glitch
I would say maybe
yes.
skip this song.
$100 from James Picard 007. That left us with $747 out of $750. And right on cue, $3.30 from Food Eat Skin. Do the thing. Let's go.
Oh, wow. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
Really,
$5
really
as well from Itzy, who says, Richard was right and is justified. Hopefully brings it over the edge for incentive.
Yeah. That scene's a spoiler, but that actually has the better silver, the arrangement for Silver Will that I really hope they bring back
Yes.
for second chapter. Thank
So
you all so
with-
much for those donations, by the way,
Yes,
everybody.
with that, the glitch exhibition is go.
All right.
Yay!
Well, let's go and jump on into that then. So let's see here. I have access to that.
Play this game. That ending will make you cry, and it will make you stuck in a... How many years has this series been going on? We're in year number 22.
Yeah.
yeah.
God, we are.
And we're...
This series is old enough to drink.
We have been on
I
this
appreciate
wagon
it.
for basically as long as we've played it, and a lot of it really stems from just how this game ends. So
Okay. I'm good to just jump right into that. We don't need any real setup. I can just start showing off these how all this works. So
Yep, go ahead and count them
all
down.
right.
Do it.
All right. Jump in. We don't care about difficulty. Let's count down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Blast
Go.
off.
Woo! All right, back into the game. Okay. So the entire thing this is built around is, well, you probably saw me doing this a whole bunch during the run. I just loaded a new game here so you can see we can do this at any point in time. But we can swap our party lead. Okay, that's not very interesting. We were doing that all during the run. But we can swap our party lead in the menu. Okay, that's not also terribly interesting. But as we found out in other Trails games, that swapping your party lead in the menu and also doing one other thing, I'm going to just have my characters stand in a specific position so we know where they are. Estelle here is next to Cassius. See, Joshua's over there on the edge of the carpet. I'm going to enter menu. I'm going to swap my party leads. I'm going to save the game while still in the menu, so I've never left the menu after swapping the party leads, and load that. We were standing next to Cassius, right? We are now not. So what we've done is taken over the position of our party member there. So we had Joshua standing over here on the carpet, on this edge of the carpet. We're here now. So what we can do with the first part of this is steal our party member's position. Now, the other really important thing to note here is no one's standing next to Cassius. Someone was, so we stole our party member's position, but our partner is somewhere else. In fact, so Estelle's standing here on the carpet. Is that consistent? Let's go ahead and check. So will she always be standing there? Okay, no, she's standing somewhere different. Is that consistent? Let's go ahead and look. Okay, cool. So this is where she stands. She stands over here, right? So third time for the charm. We know where she goes. She's back there behind. Okay, she's over here now.
Ooh.
Okay, so this is us trying to go. We know we can steal our partner's position, but where's our partner as we're doing these types of stuff? And it turns out, I'm going to stand over here, another place by the fireplace, so we kind of have a position to mark. Let me load this save. And note, my partner is over there by the fireplace. Our position and our facing is going to basically control where our partner goes. Just to make that point a little more clear, let's go ahead and load our save over here in the office. So we're back where we started, and Estelle is trying to run to us right now. She got caught on the door, but she was over in the office. So we have two parts we can do here, which is our current position can be used to control where our partner goes, and then we can go ahead and take over our partner's position. And what we're going to do is just start chaining those things together to start going places. So I'm just going to load up a save here. It's not terribly deep into the game. We basically have just unlocked fast travel at this point. We're still inside the prologue. You can see we're in the search for Tio here. Let me just go ahead and bring a handful of these up to the top so we can play around with these save files. Okay, cool. Actually, one more just up here. All right, cool. So we have fast travel unlocked. What can we do with these things? So we're in the prologue right now. We cannot head over to Bose yet. The door is locked. But this door's not all that thick, actually. So I'm going to just turn my back to it. Save and load. And our partner, where are they? They are actually, if you check the map, you can see they've been pushed through to the other side of this door. So if I now use the same thing to steal their position, with them on the other side of the door, I'm on the other side of the door. So same thing, this door's locked. Turn our back to it, nice and easy. For very thin walls like this, we can very quickly move through them by just doing a double instance of this to push our partner through the door and then steal their position through the door. We are now in Bose.
You can clip through those gates, and unlike in the original, you don't even need to modify the game INI to do it.
Yep, just nice and easy, just save and load. Okay, cool. So we're in Chapter 1's region inside of Chapter or Prologue, so that's pretty good, but that's still not very deep into the game. But we didn't really mention this. The entire country's in this ring, and we basically went around here in whatever counterclockwise, but we could just go clockwise, right? Because if we're starting here in Roland and go this way, that's the Grand Soul region. So let's go ahead and poke at that. Let's load this save back up. And yep, so this is the gate on the other side of town, or the other side. So the ring, if we head down this way, we didn't explore this during the run, but this gate exists. So if we go here in the prologue, they of course say, no, you can't go to Grand Soul. That's where Chapter 4 is. I mean, they say we can't go here. The gate's small, but they stop us well before it, so we can't do the same thing to go through that. But we actually figured out another way to get through the door. So let me go ahead and swap my party leads here. Make a save. The important thing to note here is the save is the thing that is in the broken state. So now I can go ahead and use anything I want to with that save to basically control position. So what I'm going to do, this make a little more sense, is I'll head into the sewers. I'm going to just walk over here for a reason. And let's go ahead and load that save and look for our partner. Joshua's on the other side of the gate. Now, he did teleport back to us because he wanted to be by our side and he couldn't find a way to walk here, so he just teleported. But if we're just a little faster there on entering the menu, so back into the sewers, use that position. Just get into menu fast. We can steal Joshua's position, and sure enough,
The void.
there we go.
I am amazed
We're
that
in the
loading
void.
zone is even there.
Sure enough, we're in the Grancel region inside the prologue. So this is Chapter 4's location. We're here right at the start of the game. We could basically go here if we want,
Yeah.
literally from loading brand new game.
And to be clear, playing this game normally, there is no time where you can ever cross that loading zone, and I don't know why it even exists.
But they put it in there. They just stopped it with a conversation piece. Okay, great. So effectively what we're doing is,
I have a hunch actually.
let's come back to that, just want to finish explaining. So what I'm doing there is we go ahead and when I am loading that save that's in the broken state, the game literally doesn't care about what positions it's loading, what coordinates are. It doesn't check like the map IDs or anything like that. So I can grab any map I want, go to any coordinates can just walk to on that map, and then load our save and grab the coordinates off of one map and basically just shove them onto the other one. So that's what I was doing in the sewers, was grabbing some coordinates and pushing them to the map I actually wanted to go somewhere new on. And great, so we reached the capital, the bustling capital where nobody's here. So great, we can use basically the combinations of everything I've shown here to go anywhere we want in the game, anywhere we want. This game is very, very strict about its flags, though. You have to do things in order. So even though we come here, nobody's here, we can't buy things, we can't advance the story, we just came here. We can open treasure, which is okay, but we really can't do a lot. So
Have you found any places you can go to sort of yank the plot flag back where it's supposed to and break into the story?
let's see if we can find something like that. All right.
Ooh.
So I'm going to go ahead and make another broken save here. So again, making a broken save, very easy. Swap your party leads. That's all you need to do. That save is now in a broken state. Hey, this is up that Jade Tower we saw in Prologue. That's a pretty cool place, right? Let me go and load my broken save, and let's look for where our partner is. Our partner is somewhere, and then teleports to us. Turns out they indeed did steal the coordinates from the tower over here. They're going to teleport to me really quickly, though, because they are so far away. So what we're going to need to do to be able to get into menu before they make it back over to us is lower the frame rate. This will just give us more time.
It wouldn't
This
be
really
about
is
combat
get over the. This
without
really
frame
is
rate.
get over the very
Okay,
2.0.
this
It
is not
is,
guaranteed, though. I still do have to get in here very quickly, so I'm just spamming start button here. And maybe that was fast enough. We might have to try this a few times, but let's see. Oops, wrong menu. Let's see if we got in there or not. And we did not. So that's a little too slow, and so they'll just appear on top of us. Try this again. You can set up, we're fine if you just want to use turbo to do this. I don't have that set up on this controller, but if you want to make this trick consistent, just go ahead and set up turbo. That's totally allowed in our rule set here for doing warp strategies. Come on. Did we steal those coordinates? It's being annoying. Do I have the other button set up? Is this faster? I did not.
Anyway, my hunch was that they would reuse.
Oh yeah, go for it.
They would reuse those screens in later. In
Oh, absolutely,
second
yeah.
chapter.
Yeah, I mean,
That's why I think they would have that loading zone there.
Yeah, no, that's
That's my best guess, anyway.
basically fine.
I mean that's Falcon. They just reuse assets.
Oh yeah. Trails in the Sky the Third is the greatest asset reusal of all time.
Okay. This is getting a little tricky. I usually do this with turbo. What I'm going to go ahead and do is just grab another save. Basically, what I'm trying to do is grab those coordinates. It would throw us way up in the sky. We'd get a very cool view of the Grancel capital. And then I'd run right past it so I could drop down into the middle region of Grancel, which is what this save is. So Grand Soul kind of had a big ring around outside of it. And so if you enter inside that ring, we can run over here, which is...
This looks
Oh,
like
I
something
cannot play on 30 FPS, that is.
This looks like something Mabo would find.
Mavo found this.
Yes.
So the
Shout outs to Mabo.
The original ability to swap... Oh, did I literally go through one place I can't move around in? Okay, here we go. Come on, get back out
We
of
do have
bounds,
Jesus
back
in this
in
game
bounds.
after all.
Yeah, there we go. So the original ability to do the party light leads, swapping, loading, finding saves, and that moving people around. I stumbled on that and shared it with everyone. And then, of course, Mabo took that and ran wild and went, hey, we can go anywhere, and shared that with all of us. And then he also found this very critical part. So right now we open up the map. We don't have any story flags here, what it looks like, but in the villa, all of these doors are available. You can visit any of them, and stuff happens in each of them, which likely means they have a whole bunch of story flags up and active. So we go ahead and just check the door here. Jin will tell us we need to, this door's locked for now. Wait, yeah, what?
Ooh.
That story flag was available. Something is happening here. So now we do actually have a place we can go. And yeah, this is one of the ways through the villa. Not the way we took when we were in the speedrun, but it is one of the ways you can visit there and progress things. If you recall, this is where we picked up our key last time. Things are working, and we come in here, and we have this battle, which I am nowhere prepared to handle on this save file, but you can do that battle. If you're set up to win it, then what it looks like behind that... We did it. We won the fight. I won't talk about how we can do that, but there are ways to do that. That's not very interesting, but assume you actually just leveled up before you came here. And then we go ahead and advance the game. Everything's working. Look, mostly working. We are happily past the Villa Raid. We have our Joshua party here getting ready to go into there. So we can bring in our level 1 characters with no skills set up. But we're here. The story is indeed working. We can push forward from here. The rest of the story flags are going to work. Some doors are locked that we have to then teleport through. Our characters are in broken state, so we need to fix them or somehow get powerful enough to get through. But we can go right to the end of the game from here. We've kind of worked through this route. The ability on normal difficulty, we can get through the game in about an hour and 40 minutes by using this. Just skipping through the entire game, doing nothing else really other than leveling up, and then just beeline straight to the final. So, yeah, we can go wherever we want in the game, and Mabo found that one active story flag, so now we can, in fact, also jump forward in the story and skip almost everything. So,
I love how I just knew exactly who to blame for that. Shout outs to Mabo. He's broken, so many things in the 3D, East and Trails games as well. And some, really old stuff, too. He was, working on East 4.
Yeah.
Before we sign off, I have one last donation for you. It's a $10 from Windbliss, who had been counting your deaths.
Oh.
Here's $8 for the 4 times the party died.
Got it right.
Yay!
Alrighty.
And here's $2 for the time the music died.
Alrighty. So I will just give you a brief. Game overs 4, cave resets 15, blow them aways. I didn't pay as much attention. It wasn't as many as you think because of how often you use Sylphin Wing on Error, but I have 28. 4 times 2 is in the step and grind. 0, why did you let me on the host desk / couch? And 24 instances of Stolteheim's Fun Time Trivia.
All right.
Dang it.
All right.
Incredible counts. I really appreciate that.
Final shoutouts?
Shoutouts here. Huge thanks for hosting us here at RPG Limit Break. Just happy to be part of this. They support a great cause, and so really happy to be part of that and be able to support them. So that's amazing. Shout out, of course, to all you guys here for being on the couch and talking through all this game for me. Shout out also Champion Beef did a lot of the routing here for this game, so big shout out to him for doing that. Mabo for helping us find out how we can go anywhere we want in the game. Shout outs to Izzy and Billy, my other enjoyers of Nightmare Trails runs, so they also like doing those. And just the entire Trails speedrunning community. It's just a great Discord. People will help you learn anything you want to do in this game or in this series. So thanks everyone for just letting me show this off. You guys,
thanks all for watching.
Yep.
I'm happy to be a part of the Falcom rep with any of these events, and I'm glad that we got this wonderful remake of a game into this event as well.
I just want to say thank you very much for having me on the host desk. Thank you for a wonderful run. Thanks for letting me interject with my boomer Sky FC nonsense all the time.
We
I had a
loved
lot of
having
fun,
you
and
here.
I really love this community.
This was so much fun.
Sorry, I should
Hey.
amend that. 19 instances of Schulteheim. I added one extra 5 in here.
No!
I'm just gonna say thank you for letting me borrow Mishi.
Make a Wishi with Mishi and donate to Nami, please.
Thank you for having us here. Good night or good morning, everyone.
Let's go get some breakfast. Thank you very much to Klopfer and community. That was a wonderful run of Trails in the Sky first chapter. While we're setting up for the next run, I've got some special messages for you from our sponsors. Tantrum Merch is excited to partner with RPG Limit Break yet again to launch an exclusive merch collection supporting the National Alliance on Mental Illness. This lineup includes a handful of unique shirt designs brought to you by the RPG community, a cozy blanket, an enamel pin, and more. Plus, our very own real-life Mimi plush. From bold graphics to heartfelt designs, $5 from every sale, excluding the Mimi plush, goes directly to charity. Explore the full collection now at tantrummerch.com/RPGLimitBreak and help make a difference. Dragon Roast Coffee is a dedicated coffee for gamers and adventurers alike. Their small, passionate team puts their hearts into roasting coffee to order with the mythical heat of dragonfire, infusing a touch of enchantment in every sip. Visit dragonroast.coffee today and pick up our exclusive coffee, Mimi's Loot. An RPG Limit Break tumbler is also available in this exclusive collection. For each item purchased in this collection, Dragon Roast Coffee will donate a portion of the proceeds to the National Alliance on Mental Illness. And be sure to enter promo code RPGLB26 upon checkout to receive a 10% discount on your order. What are you waiting for? Adventure awaits! Have you been enjoying all of this week's RPG speedrunning goodness? Do you wish you could have more of it in your life? Well, I've got great news for you. Join us all year round with our side quests. Every week, there is a new stream from RPG Limit Break to showcase amazing runs, talk about new RPGs and speedruns, and, in general, have a good time. If you'd like to see our full calendar of events and announcements about the latest RPG Limit Break happenings, join our Discord server using the !Discord command in chat, and don't forget to follow our Twitch channel if you haven't done so already. And with that, that will bring my time as your host to a close. I will be handing it over to Awesome Coffee. They will be taking care of you. They're going to do a wonderful job. I just know it. Thank you very much for having me here. Thank you very much for tuning in. I hope to see you again soon. We'll be back after this quick commercial, by the way.
Good morning, everyone. This is Possum Coffee. I'm taking over for the wonderful Schultenheim, and we are going to go into Dragon Quest VII Reimagined with Hactical and the Countess. Thank you for tuning in. This is RPG Limit Break, raising money for NAMI, and we'll get rolling. Just a reminder, we have the bid wars closing for the Name the Dragon Quest VII Reimagined Hero, as well as the bid war for what outfit our female heroine is going to wear. So get those in. They close very soon.